All right. Welcome back, folks, to the American Go E-Journal's live coverage of the 2023 Masters Tournament. Chris Garlock here with Devin Fraze. Good morning, Devin.
Good morning, Chris. We're covering, again, another day of incredible games.
You guys rolled in kind of cash this morning. I was like, it must be Monday.
It must be Monday, and we did all the hard work yesterday.
That's true. That's true. Hope you all enjoyed yesterday. We got a lot of views.
That's right.
And we did the Redmond Cup, which was a nice little pickup there.
It was fantastic.
The kids are banging, right?
They are. We had 3 boards going, and the seniors, the youth, and the girls cup. All some of our strongest kids in the nation here. That was great. We'll do it again today at 3, so people can tune into that.
Let's do a quick rundown. So right now, actually, the top boards are rolling. Kevin does not mess around. It's like, the Open was kind of, which helped us because you're playing in it. And
I am. We ended up talking, being talking heads for about half an hour, 45 minutes yesterday. And but I run off and I play my game. Lost by 2.5 points.
Oh man, I know. You learn how to count, dude.
And then
did you have fun?
That's the important part. I had fun and I played the game I wanted to play.
All right.
And I talking to some of the players in there yesterday too. One example being Albert Yen, strong 8-dan, American 8-dan.
Big commenter for the E-Journal, by the way.
Right, and you may have seen him in the broadcast for the Redmond yesterday.
Yes.
And he had a similar feeling where he played the game he wanted, but he felt just a little too peaceful and gave it up by half a point. So
I always feel, I gotta say, it's just me, but on a half-point game, whichever side I'm on that, that's just a good game.
Afterward, he showed me the analysis. Apparently, only a 4-point swing either way for the whole game. So those guys were playing. Near perfect go, right? So
you can't have a better day than that. All right, schedule for today. So the round 2 of the Masters is off and running. We will be broadcasting all 3 games. And at 10 o'clock, we will be joined by our pro, who is
Inchang Huang.
I saw some of his lectures yesterday. He just gets better and better, serious. And I thought he was already really good.
Everybody begs him to, at the end of the Congress, we ask the players, hey, what'd you love most? And people say Inchang Huang.
He's funny.
Incredible teacher.
He's
funny guy. Knows what he's talking about. Strong. It's everything you could want. And but he's still improving. I mean, how do you reach the top and then go up?
I don't know, but we will. So he'll be here at 10 o'clock. He'll be hosted the first hour by our friend Saul.
Yep.
And then we have a new host coming in at 11, Javi.
Yep.
Who you recruited.
That's right. That's right. We're always looking for great commentators. So if you're available,
let us know.
Let us know. And Javi, he's a 13Q and fantastic personality. We connected because my background is a math teacher, and he also served a year as a math teacher.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
So he must be really good at counting.
You're surprised. Math teachers not always so good at counting. So
good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. So Javi will be our host, and then we'll be back to do we skipped the wrap up yesterday because we had to all go get lunch. I'm sorry. Right. We promised it, and we didn't do it, but we will do it today. Mm-hmm. You'll come back after you win your game this morning.
That's right. I'm a chronically slow player. But if I can manage to,
if not, we'll just draft somebody else.
That's right. Sure, good.
All right. So that, and then 1 o'clock, you'll want to tune in at 1 o'clock because
we have a exciting exhibition match. Super famous 9-dan professional from Korea, Kim Ji-seok. He's playing with Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee kind of was talking with Kim, and they became friends. And he challenged him to the game. Can you believe that? We're going to put that on for you guys. And I mean, this is probably, I love the Masters, obviously, but this game is the most exciting.
Well, they're both really entertaining.
They're entertaining. They're strong. Here's the thing. Obviously, Kim is the favorite here. But if
don't count Ryan.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying Ryan's got game.
But Ryan has been in the top 4 in Asian tournaments against other 9-dans. I mean, this guy does not mess around, so it's going to be huge.
And who's doing commentary for that?
It's going to be Stephanie.
That's right.
And were you throwing me in there, or are you taking that one?
I'm taking that.
That's right. Chris Garlock.
Stephanie asked for me. I couldn't say. You do not say no to Stephanie.
That's the thing. So Chris talked to me earlier, and then Stephanie asked, "Hey, are you doing anything?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's over. Yeah, Chris got that."
But actually, I think we might tag team. We might
sure.
Get in.
If it lasts a long time, then I wouldn't mind hopping in with you. But you definitely got to kick us off here.
Yeah.
Chris here. He's he knows how to commentate. you guys know.
I just love working with Stephanie. I mean, everybody loves working with
Well, that's why I'm trying
Stephanie.
to fight for it too.
Come on in. It's all good. It's all
Afterward,
good.
last night I watched all the commentary to make sure we did a good job. And with
Did we do
our
all right?
video,
Are we not fired?
no, yeah, I haven't fired you yet. And but no, yeah, Stephanie and both Solomon and Kat did a great job yesterday. So we have great
Very
commentators. We're
exciting.
so lucky. So
Yeah.
we have a question here from Aldrich. Is round 2 the open with so many people still moving around? Another late morning, indeed. Yeah. So you guys have an eye into the playing hall and in. We're using some new software this year, Lego. It's a great, has a lot of benefits, but sometimes, for the open, we always think.
So, and the implied question is, why is the Masters going while the Open is not? And the answer to that is because they are actually run completely separately. So
Correct.
Kevin runs the Masters, and he does the pairings, and he starts that. And so and then the U.S. Open is not only has a lot more players, obviously, but it's just run on League Go. And then so we take the results from the Masters, and actually Todd is over there right now.
Yeah.
Manually entering those results. So those of you who are tracking in League Go, there is a tab for Masters, and it will be updated momentarily.
And that's a nice benefit. I mean, having the standings online, anyone in the world can check it out. That's good. So
and supposedly
confirmed.
We're going to be able to put games in.
That's
Is that
right.
what I'm hearing?
I after my game yesterday, I input my result in my phone.
Okay.
That I lost.
So you don't. Very sad.
It's so sad.
Sad
And
face.
then afterward, it asked me.
No more paper slips.
No, well, they have the paper slips, but I won't use them again. I'm all about the phone. So, and that's nice. That's nice. And afterward, it gave me the option to upload an SGF. Now I did not record my game. So.
Somebody asked me. Actually, Phil Strauss asked me because I was telling him I was kind of bragging about how you could put the Phil. He says, "Well, why would I want to do that?" So tell me, what would I tell Phil? Why should he put his game record in there? Because I was like, posterity.
Well, posterity is one thing,
Okay.
and another one is your opponent could always log in and find the game. I mean, after the game, I remember all the time.
You
my
want to
opponent
look at
says,
it?
"Hey, can you send me the game?" And they're like, "Hey, let me get your email," and you do this whole kind of show and. If it's just
email it to each other,
right? Exactly.
Okay.
And you know what? My email, top secret. It's llama@mom.doc. I don't even know what it is. But we have so you could just upload it. Easy.
Well, I was thinking the other thing too is it would be really nice, like say you're out there and you're not here, to be able to go and actually see some of the. I mean, we broadcast some of the games, but obviously it was always a dream of ours actually to be able to broadcast some of those open games.
Right.
And so the fact to be able to have some of those games there would mean that we potentially, in the future, we could get some of those games from the open, get a commentator in and take a look at them.
Yes.
Rather than having to track people down.
And it'd be fun to check that out. I agree.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right. So that's the schedule for today. Oh, and I believe we have another Redmond Cup today, or is that
We do. Yeah. I mentioned that earlier. We
Okay,
have
3
it'll be 3:00. Exactly right.
we have a full day today?
Dude.
Oh man.
Now 1-3. It'll be tight, but
We have the evening off for lectures, and that's the other thing. We have a story in the e-journal. It's on the website.
now you have the evening off. I'll be working in the vendor room.
Let's talk about the vendors. I see the vendor room is for the vendor balcony.
It's a whole balcony. The vendors may look down upon the peons below.
But was not going to go there.
No.
It is a bird's. I have to tell you, I love shooting from.
That's right.
You just get
That's right.
wonderful shots of the whole room. Also, some straight down shots of the boards from above.
Yeah.
But you are right in the area. But there's a number of vendors. Do you want to just let people know?
Yeah, we got a lot of great vendors. I'm one of them. The AGA obviously will have our books. We'll have shirts that were sold last year. A lot of people kind of love those. And then we have also some. Chicago has brought different clocks and old ink clocks. People can buy those and some new clocks as well. And then we have
people. All I've ever heard since we got the ink clocks is complaints about the ink clocks.
Well, it's nostalgic for some. They enjoy.
It is kind of.
This is my first clock and stuff like that. And they work. They tell time.
Do you know what the cool thing? I'd forgotten about these with the ink clocks, and I don't think they have them because they're not using them downstairs, right? But they're using them in the master's room, and the ink clocks have these buttons, these big buttons that you can plug in, and the players were really kind of into it. And I always thought it was just easier to hit the big button, but actually, what one player was telling me, Jeremiah actually was saying he likes to have his clock. He says that people don't agree on which side to put it on.
Correct. Yeah.
And so it has a long cord.
AGA official rules: clock is chosen by the white player.
Right.
But if that means you're right-handed and the clock's all the way over here, that could be a problem. So the cord, lets you put it right where you want
Put
it.
the button exactly where you want it.
Yeah.
You could put it in your lap and
And you're press button. Why? That'd be an interesting place to put it.
I know, right?
Yeah. And then I gotta shout myself out, of course. Vendor
Please
room, we
do.
have the Baduk store. Solomon and I working together there. We have a lot of nice slate and shell stones, our vintage equipment. We also have some new swag this year. We got a cool, beautiful backpack set of the panda and the tiger together. Got the classic demo boards.
Do pandas hang out with tigers?
Best buds. Best
Okay.
buds.
Is that true?
Yeah. I'm pretty
making
sure. I'm
this
pretty
up.
sure. You know, the vegetarian tigers and wait a
Okay.
second.
Cool stuff. And I also saw the AGA. It's a bunch of books out there.
That's right. We got Inherited, the old Utopian set. For those of you that don't just like watching streams, there's a lot of great books. So yeah, they're worth checking out. I've heard the books are nice because for a lot of stuff online, you can just click, oh, I think the answer is this. And then all of a sudden it shows you that you're wrong. Books, you have to sit there and you actually have to think about it, right? You can't just click and find out. So there's definitely some benefits in the book still.
Saw somebody yesterday with the classic James Davies book number 5. Remember book 5? Which one that is?
I don't remember which one that is.
Pop quiz.
Yeah, I failed the pop quiz.
Life and death.
I failed that too. So sounds trash.
Probably why you lost by 2 points yesterday.
Actually, I got a big kill. He didn't see it coming. So but I was giving away a little too much in the end there. I was yeah.
Well, there's a book for that.
There is. Which one's that? Pop quiz.
Oh God, Todd, help me out.
See, it's a two-way street.
I'm trying to remember it was actually one of my favorites. Michael Redmond loves the End Game.
Right.
We'll have to look up the answer to that, or maybe even they can look up the answer to that. But I think it was another James Davies book on the End Game. Somebody out there will know.
Yeah.
Life and Death. Well, I know when I was a real active player, I would always go around and ask professionals what
Right.
their advice was,
Right.
and they always told me 3 things. You know, 3 things a pro say.
Tell me.
So, first of all, study your own games, review your own games. Secondly, it was review games, life and death, and count.
Yeah.
I don't think it was in that order. I think if you just do those 3 things, I think it was count, make sure you're counting, review your games.
Yeah.
But the main thing was life and death.
Yeah. I mean, counting lets you know, should I get into the crazy fight? Life and death tells you how to get out of it.
I have to tell you, I was going around shooting in the main area yesterday, and I always sort of stop to check out games and so forth. And so often, one of the first things that I do because of that pro advice is to count the game.
Right.
And so many times I was like, why is this person who's 30 points ahead picking a fight?
Right. Yes.
And you're 30 points up.
And that's exactly why I'm kind of trying to change my style. So, and we have a lot of interesting styles in the Masters today too. We have.
We should talk. Actually, I
let's talk about
forgot.
it.
I'm sorry. We did have a little excitement in the Masters yesterday, which we should mention before we wrap up.
Right.
So we were. We may have mentioned this yesterday. We were short a game because one of the players. I'm blanking on the name now.
Howard Wong.
Thank you. Wow.
No worries.
That's why you're here.
That's why I keep
we
going.
have 2 Howard Wongs at the Congress.
Right.
And so there's some mix-ups, and one is 5 down, and the other
7 down.
Oh,
You mean weaker? Yeah.
7 down, and I forget maybe 1 down. I forget. Anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
there was some mix-up with registration, which got straightened out. But then Howard didn't make it up for the Masters for the round, and so what they do is they allow, I want to say 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You start the clock.
We're
You
strict.
start the clock after 5. This is standard at the Open too, right?
Yeah.
So once they say start, then you're allowed your 5 minutes grace period.
Right.
Then you start the clock, and then a forfeit is at what, 15?
Yeah, 15 after the clock.
15. And I think
Right.
that's a pretty standard tournament rule.
Yeah. No, if we don't want your opponent who's patiently waiting to
Sadly waiting.
to just sit there all day. So yeah, if you haven't shown up 15 minutes after your clock starts, that's it.
That's right.
So Howard got the forfeit. I think he was a little bit salty about that, but that's just how it goes.
It is how it goes.
And so he dropped out of the Masters.
Right.
So,
which is unfortunate for him, frankly, but it also creates a problem for the rest of the players, because that means that somebody's going to get buyed out every round. And I think the way it works, and you run tournaments, I think it's usually
the lower end, right? But that actually ends up leading to a bit of an issue, because a buy is also the same as a win, regards to points. So you'll have this kind of like lower down player placing really well when I mean they haven't earned that yet. So we'd rather everybody play, and we found a solution. Yeah.
When we say we, Kevin.
Kevin, our amazing TD,
And
found a solution.
What was that?
We bring in Ben Mantle.
Ben
a lot
Mantle.
of you may know him as Ben Kyo. He's a big streamer. He arrived late because of some issues at the border, and
I'm trying to get him to write it up for the e-journal.
Man, that
apparently
must
it's quite
be-
a story.
an epic tale. You know,
I can't tell if it's like a real tale or if it's been
Something with the
doing a
Odyssey.
little-
I mean,
yeah,
it's wild. So, and I'm only hearing hearsay too. I mean,
But here's what I think is really cool. So Ben goes through this long odyssey of getting here. Literally missed his first U.S. Open round, right?
Right.
So it's a really interesting story. He misses his open. His opponent gets a forfeit because he missed his opening, right? But now
we're pulling Ben in. So
he's in the Masters. I mean, so Lady Luck kind of.
yeah.
So tell us about Ben, because I don't know Ben.
So Ben's a great guy. Again, probably many of you know him, but I'm talking to him all the time. I helped him make a shirt this year, so he's has his own swag now. And
I
on
saw
Buddy
the
Club.
shirt. Very
Yep.
cool shirt.
Very cool shirt. And then he's an incredible teacher, right? And he'll be even coming to live with me afterward for a week. It was supposed to be longer, but man, these border guys, they're not messing around. They're like, they want you out of the country at this exact date. So
He's come from
Canada.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought we were all
the third world
everything
country,
was good. I
Canada.
thought we were all good with
US
Canada.
doesn't like.
It's
I'm not sure what's going on here,
because
but
they have free health care.
yeah, we're jealous.
You just can't trust a country that has free health care.
It's too good over
I'm
there.
kidding. I am for free health care. We
Yeah.
should.
Just to clarify.
Well, good for Ben.
Right, and he's a strong player. I mean, he belongs in the Masters. He was kind of very humbly, not saying if he should be there or not, but I'm glad he's there.
I am too. And if I can, could you put a word in for me to get that story out of him? Because I really, hopefully he took some pictures and stuff.
I'll poke him. Yeah, we'll get it in the EJ.
All right. Did we get everything? Evany, did we anything else we're supposed to say? Todd, I just make sure we cover all the bases,
Right.
and we got to get you down there so you can.
Yeah, thanks.
Otherwise, he'll blame us. Be like, "Oh, I lost my game."
That's right. Well,
do you want to wrap us up here?
Let's do it, guys. We're gonna have the commentary soon, about half an hour, and thanks for tuning in. See you soon.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Hello, everyone on YouTube. My name is Solomon Smilak, and I'm here with In-Seong Hwang, and we are going to bring you coverage of day 2 of the US Go Congress. This is the second round of the North American Masters Tournament, where we have the top 3 boards for you that we're going to be commentating on. In-Seong Hwang is, of course, a very well-known 8-dan from... One moment while we sort out an audio issue.
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry about that. Of course, In-Seong Hwang runs the Yungaseng Dojang, a Go school and arena system. Is a 8-dan with the European Go Federation, though could be a pro if he wanted to, simply doesn't have time.
Okay, thank
Is
you
that
for saying
about right?
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the 6th time that I joined the US Congress, and I'm honored to be the part of the USE journal team to do this live casting. And okay, so
In addition to the e-congresses, where of course he
yes.
participated as well, and we're so thankful to have him today. We're going to look at the top 3 boards in the competition, and we'll jump between them as the game is already underway. The competition began at 9 o'clock this morning, so
right.
we already have quite a few openings that we can look at. And if you have any questions, of course, ask those in the chat, and we'll hopefully be able to field some answers for you.
Okay.
Let's begin with board number 1. We have Han Han against Yu Tong Xiao.
Right.
So this should be hopefully an interesting game. Han Han, of course, still undefeated in American play, 23-0, 23 wins, 0 losses so far. So
but it's an easy, huh? Even though
it's
he
very
plays
impressive.
against 6 dans, 7 dans, but still, it is not easy to undefeated like this.
Well, let's begin at the beginning of the game.
Okay,
and maybe
so
you can walk
the
me
first
through.
one is the game between Han Han and Yu Tong Xiao. Still, it is the second round, so there's no sort of big match between the strong players. So still, the strong players faces not weaker, we cannot say, but
Well, they both won their first games, but that's no.
But still, there is a strength gap, is it? At least the rating difference, is it?
Okay.
Okay, so
Sure. Yeah, the
this
rating
game-
on paper, Han Han, because he hasn't lost a game.
Yes.
His rating is 9.5.
right,
It's astronomical.
yes, he would probably reach the 10th dan rating. But there were several times before, right? Myungwon, Kim reached, or and Barkley,
Feng Yun. Yeah.
Feng Yun. Okay, only the legendary players they reached. So Hana is going to go on that level. Okay, so look at this case first. Maybe we can ask the question that which color does look better
Starting
at
here
this
from where
point?
the players are currently.
If you were playing this game, then which colors would you like to take?
With 3 corners.
Taken
two,
by
two-
one.
Two corners.
Two
Corners for black and 1 corner for white, and 1 sort of open.
And potential we should check.
Black has some potential on the upper right side, and of course white. The bottom is a huge question mark. If white could keep black from living on the bottom and chase them out or kill them, I think that's
right. I think that is the point. That black certainly has more points on the board now, but white has huge potential on the lower side, which black invaded like this. So
there's a lot of room there. Yeah.
Right, a lot of room. So it's not easy to attack. So I need to gain profit from attacking this group, so to make the score even. But Han Han, I checked a couple of his games in the last year, and he's still not undefeated. And when I see his games, then I feel that he's different from other players, because there are many amateur players, and when I see their game moves, I feel okay. Amateuralistic moves come, but Han Han plays like the pro, the very decent, pro level. The move that I detect was this one. Can you give from this approach? That isn't easy, right? When white approaches, I think most of the people would play an extra move like this.
I would not want to
one.
lose control of that fight.
Exactly.
It's so important what happens on the bottom.
Right, or just maybe simply jump
I
and
would
escape like that.
give myself some.
Because otherwise, opponent may start attacking and you take the disadvantage. of
Yeah,
it.
if white gets another move on the right side,
Exactly.
I
But Han Han played this one, that push,
So slow.
Yeah. but slow, yeah.
Yeah.
In your point of
I guess
view,
there's a very good follow-up at
But,
maybe Q9, but
right. But when I saw this move, I felt that he's really like a decent shape of pro like that, because this is so how to say more close to the AI style that care about the points a lot, and basically there's no fear on this lower side Black's group. He has a
Black says,
confidence.
I will always be able to do
Yes.
something as long as something stays alive here.
Exactly. So in case
comfortable.
white cover, if you try to attack my group, then you
Yes.
would waste your turn because I can easily set up the base, something like that. This kind of confidence is in this pushing move. And I believe that this is huge because it was already like some years ago that I saw that there was a study that when white blocks it, black doesn't need an answer for now. But what if white plays an extra move? Should black play an extra move to save a group or not? There was a big argument between the Korean pro teachers and the Insei, Korean Insei, that need an answer or not. And there was like a couple of like step core or something like that. I don't remember the details, but this is so difficult.
Well, yeah,
that,
certainly the cut at R3
Right.
stands out.
if I
the
can
problem.
block here and can even use this as center, there will be like zero potential on black side. So that's why to push here is so big and pretty big point collective move. So I believe that he cannot deal with that to get it. So that's why he chose this option, and he has confidence in saving the lower side group. Okay, so maybe you can
Alright,
start
yeah,
from
yeah,
it.
let's go to the beginning and
Mhm.
Han with the black pieces.
Mhm.
Let's see how they
Right. Okay. So this facing Komoku I used. Okay. Nowadays it comes often. And black attaches. This one is like from AI.
This is from one of your lectures. I think you're always saying if you want to keep center, you
Yes,
have
touch.
to bother your opponent. Touch
Right.
them.
Exactly. So if black approaches this does look like more proper approach. But if black does it, then white simply tenuki from it and treat this exchange. I mean, white may say that AB is exchanged and it is my profit already. Because if there was no exchange, then black would have approached it directly to the C spot. Okay. But white already once closed the corner and black approaches, so there's no big impact as a black's continuation. Therefore, this is considered as a good exchange for white, so white can be free to tenuki. So it is like the physical action, comes and go word, the go ban, that if you do not touch your opponent's stone, your opponent is more free from that stone and then can tenuki, can play elsewhere. So
like
if you want
kung fu, if someone punches and misses, you don't have to move.
Exactly.
It's only if
okay.
you have to touch.
Right, and if you love somebody, then you should try to hold it. Is it?
yeah.
If not, then maybe he or she will go away. So you need to hold it tight. So if you touch, then your opponent need to react it. Otherwise, the continuation must be so painful. So if white answers, for instance, hane or maybe connect, this can be good option. Then just right after this exchanges, black treat this as good exchange and tenuki.
Yeah, I think one more move would be so nice on for the side.
Yes,
but
it's possible to continue, but even if black tenuki, white has only this continuation and option, but this is already slow.
small, taking one stone, not so big.
It is like playing here, and white plays this, and it's already quite narrow. And black uses this. If I captures, of course, it is good for white, but white connect here. So it's a bit over concentrated. So that's why white also doesn't answer like that. And hane, like here. This is the pattern. Okay, atari. It's possible that black can capture too, get the corner as well.
At the expense of the
Right. Then
a
capture
lot of power for white.
like this. Okay, but it is possible. I believe that it is possible to do on both sides. But maybe black doesn't want to give an extra move to white since black made that exchanges. So instead of taking the corner, black chose the side and push once and jump. Okay, that happened. Okay, so this is the pattern. And the continuation, this push must be so big. So tenuki, it's reasonable, but
Do you think white should push one more time before
push,
leaving?
To push one more time does not help much because it also eliminates the option that white enters. But if I want to continue, I should play knight move. Then that makes black feel a bit awkward, because in case black answers here, then this is definitely better than the other case that white has a stone here or here. This is more speedy, so better. And in case black tenuki, white attaches or here to separate. I think I can even play this one right away. It's worth it. But okay, white chose this option, which is great, 2. And black push once more, and tenuki, that is the proper way. You may wonder why black push once more, because it doesn't look necessary, because black is safe, and okay, it's like pushing here, gets 2 more points, but gives 1 more stone, which makes white's the south side even thicker. But in case black doesn't push this, white's block is so painful.
Now white could develop the right side,
Right.
and maybe dropping down to P2 is Sente now to kill the corner.
Right. So after this, black must answer here. If black doesn't, another block is sent for sure. There is a cutting point. So black need to bend. Then already, when white blocks, black need to cover the second line from in the opening stage. So this is considered as a great exchange for white. So black push once more to block this. And then after just answering it clearly, Han Han chose that option. So it proves that this move is, as big as like playing an extra move in the upper right corner. This is the most visible point. Or many of you would like to play on the lower side, because white has 2 like wall.
Yeah. I think a white move at the start point there would
like this
really
would be
throw-
great. It is a possible option. But how to say, in the modern Go, this kind of big shape is like considered as like a balloon, balloons that
easy to pop.
Right, the strong players, they bring the needles and then just pop it, and then says that I have more profit, so I win like this. So people are afraid taking this kind of moves.
Yeah, for Q players or low down players like me, this is now like a swamp. You invite your opponent to come in and get stuck.
Right. That is. So you probably prefer taking white here, is it? Bring opponent and then start fighting. Okay, I like that too. I used to like it, but it's so risky because the strong players have more ideas or skills on breaking through the weak groups than killing. So that's why. So white also didn't play this one, but go over, push. Okay, and then there was one big action. Black normally extend. Extend is a good option.
Very safe.
Because black still can look for the cutting point like this. This is
due to the weakness left at F17. There's the gap in white's shape.
So white cannot be free from this cutting point. But if black plays on hane, another hane, double hane, which black played, white may simply answer. Then white's weakness has gone, but black's weakness is still
So black's weakness remains, and white's going to take Sente for maybe 017 or something.
Right. So if black need an answer, it means that black extend, white plays elsewhere, and black push to let white save this weakness. So it is considered as a good exchange for white. So I may just stay calm.
That's surprising from Han Han. Is that?
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to get pushed. Okay. In this case, black can play double hane. Maybe here white cut to fight. Maybe he disliked this option. But I'm talking about the general position. The general position, just answer. So I can give an example of this pattern, like here. This is very often played pattern.
So if white takes the corner,
right.
in this
Later,
way,
let's say white push, black plays hane, then black better just extend instead of double hane. Because after extension, white maybe tenuki, then there is a cutting point, which white cannot answer here as there is a weakness. So I need to atari underneath or here, then black has a chance to get this by ladder or black can cut, basically. But in case black plays double hane, white extend connect, then this cutting point is gone. So this is like general point of view.
We call it ajikeshi, waste of
yes,
potential.
that is a good word. But this time when white plays this, so if I were black, I would just extend and be happy with it, because I can expect like the 6 line territory, which is more than enough. But black says I want to have more, and then white disagree, and then you have a weakness, I can aim that. white played.
Mhm.
However, just right after this kind of move, how I call it, it's like a slap, slap. Black already slapped, white's
Yeah.
face once, and it's so painful. I mean, I call this as like
Yeah.
slap move because it's that much painful. It's more, physical pain is smaller than the psychological
Yeah.
pain. When someone slaps,
Yeah.
and psychological
But
pain.
White,
is
White
bigger,
had to
right?
see this coming. The
Right.
punch was
Exactly.
the double hane.
That is so painful. So in
He
general,
ignored.
when black or white takes this kind of atari, it means that it doesn't want to answer.
Mm.
But it's not possible to, give this away because it is Panuki. So white
Yeah.
endures, but that exchange already makes the situation very, clear for
Yeah.
black. So black doesn't need to do anything else. So black just blocked. When white says, oh, then I can capture the 2 stones. Black said, okay, you take that because I already slapped your face. So you got 2 stones, but I slapped your face. It's
Yeah.
better like this. So I believe that this result was favorable for black. Okay, and white enters. Okay, so after white enters, I watched the game live, and that was the moment that I, check. And Hanan spent some time to choose the
To
side.
choose which side to block.
Okay. Which side should black block?
Well, because White still has the possible turn at R8.
But it is the first. Black should check that. Should I focus on making points in the corner or taking the side? That is the first choice.
Neither of the sides look very interesting.
Exactly. Neither side.
The top's not very interesting.
Exactly.
Both are open.
Right. Then what is the way that black can take the corner? I mean, even though white takes 3-3, still black can get the corner. So what is
Yeah,
the way?
it's the double hane.
Double hane, is
Yeah.
it? So let's say black blocks and double hane.
Yeah. Now it's possible for White to keep the corner.
Yes.
But very painful.
yes.
So
Uh-huh.
White can connect.
So rather not
Yeah.
taking, is it?
Yeah,
Black's
yeah,
outside would be
yeah.
great.
Black is perfect.
Even though the sides are not really good, still it is.
Yeah, the corner's
way.
not very big.
Exactly. Therefore, white need to play this one. White, there's no other option, only this.
Yeah.
So black can easily expect this. So Han doesn't want to take the side, only the corner. So he was probably checking the 2 options.
In this case, White can take the turn now at R8 and have pretty good shape on the
Exactly.
side.
So black can take this corner like this, or black can block here to take the corner like this.
And this is what happens
Right.
in the game.
So that 2 are the thing that we should check. Black's shape
right.
is the same,
Yeah,
but white's shape, which Panuki would white prefer?
White would prefer the right side.
Exactly. So that's why black
Because of
chose
the
other
slap.
one.
Because of the slap. Yeah.
Okay. White is, heading to the slap side. So that Panuki doesn't help much.
It's a very tender side.
Right. So it doesn't look like a random action that, okay, black could play double hane or black could choose extend, You have many options that it does look like the right option. But if you adapt your moves to the real game situation like this, then that is the ability. Because in this game of Go, the efficiency is important, isn't it? So efficiency means that how much you use the pre-played stones. So this
Moving in the same direction
Exactly.
to make your previous moves as efficient
Right.
retroactively
Because-
as possible.
previously played moves doesn't change, is it? But you can change them with your next actions. So in this case, black's outside is an important. So black just chose the corner, but which side? So we can easily see. So black chose the right one. Therefore, I believe that it was okay result for black. So instead of this one, white could just extend. But maybe Yu Tong Xiao felt that this should be not enough. That black even just can push here once and then reduce it, because black and white gonna share this middle since it is like the collide area. Then black has a lot of points already. So that's why instead of this, instead of this one to get only half of it, white says that I want to swallow the whole area. And of course, black doesn't let it. So exchange, this is sent there, and extend. So black already picked the important spot. That's the place where white need to play. So after that exchange, black felt that, this is already safe.
But
So
nice to
let's
begin
thank
with the forcing move at F3 to
yes.
just have a little bit of assistance.
Right. It's a good help. Okay, and black pushes here. So this is the move that I was so impressed. That, he's really like, the top
Very
pro level.
comfortable still getting away with
Yes.
something on the bottom.
Yes, and I feel the confidence.
Mhm.
Okay, you want to attack? Do it like this. Bring it on. Okay.
It's very calm.
So after this, white covers.
I love it. I love it.
Oh no, white didn't. White
Oh.
enters.
Oh, that
this
was my
one.
move. That was my move. I've cleared it.
Maybe he was afraid that if I cover that, my
Yeah.
opponent can easily save, and can I get it like this?
Okay.
So white, black, both are more, especially white is more, cautious.
Mhm.
Okay, because in case white loses cannot get effective attack
Mhm.
from this group, then the game would just quickly end. There's no other place
Mhm.
where white can expect a big
Yeah.
territory anymore.
So with this move, white is denying black an ability to live on the
Yes.
side.
Uh-huh.
White says, out you go.
Exactly. But it's like you want to have like 30 points, then to cover, it's like having 30 points by one action.
Mhm.
But this means that, let me have 10 points first, and then while I'm chasing, I take another 10, another 10
Mhm.
like this. That is the high level player's way. Because if you try to get 10, 10, 10, then in case you fail in the third step, you still can have 20.
Okay.
Exactly. But 30-0, 30-0, then there's no guarantee like this.
Mhm.
So more consistent, more organized way to get it approach. So that is good. But let's just press and extend. Can you feel the pain of this white?
Yeah,
I
now
feel
that-
the
now,
pain.
now white has a few weaknesses to take care of.
Right.
You don't want to give black another move at like
Exactly.
J3, the very good shape.
Right.
But you also you want to right away
Hmm.
start covering and chasing. So now you have
Right. If it was
too many
me
fires.
that I play as white, then it would be like a nightmare, because I'm lagging point, and my opponent is doing something in my area where I need to get some points. But that after attach and extension, I feel like powerless to. How can I get enough points from this? I would have that feeling. So maybe I had to. Still, this must be the one that I should overcome. It isn't working. So what should play here but Hane? So no choice. That is the reason. Oh, there's no way to attack. So why not answering it? Oh, so good. Okay. So why is this one makes situation very comfortable for black. Black is
Black
jumping.
very light out into the middle.
Very light, and that slap move helps even. So even okay. Once more, I take point. You kill me.
Yeah,
It's torturing. It's really torturing. That
it's almost goading. Saying,
yes, exactly. It's like for Q players'
yeah,
point of view, maybe they feel that black is so weak. So how can black Tenuki like that?
yeah. I would almost
Mhm.
be happy with this as white. So now I finally get a second chance to attack the
Yes.
middle.
Uh-huh.
Now
Right.
maybe if I can catch those 4 stones now.
Right, and
And
black
still-
takes
can
even
still
more
win.
points. Still not jumping away, but attach, because that attach makes the weakness. So answer once more, then I will go, because I take pocket money on the right side and the left side, and then I go like this. So it's so tough to handle. So what happened? Black, what answered? Black even, wow. I don't think that is necessary, but okay. So
Now white finally
white
gets
shows
into
white's
black's
teeth.
shape.
Hit
Yeah.
it. Okay. I think this attach wasn't really necessary, but I suppose Han didn't want to have some sharp move around, like to get this kind of stuff.
It seems as black, maybe you can
Like here,
let go of a few
Mhm.
stones,
right? There should be no big deal,
especially having
Oh.
taken several moves
right?
to profit.
I don't think that still white can do something well against
Mm.
this black script, but I wouldn't do if I were
Yeah,
black. I
this
would
seems
just
a
jump
bit
and then-
stubborn. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So white attaches. Okay. Black gonna go like knight move here. Then there should be no issue. Okay. So I believe that this game is quite okay for
All
black.
right.
Maybe you should take some questions about this game.
Any questions? Let's see. If black lives after cap,
Mhm.
you have nothing. Says Alex Cooper,
Good day.
pointing out that yes, a cap is kind of all in. But that's of course my approach. Is I don't want to.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to have to play a long, difficult game. We can we have one fight, and if I lose, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Uh,
is okay. Sounds quite familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let's since there are 3 top boards, let's go ahead
Okay.
and move on to
Yes.
board number 2 and see
Yeah,
what
let's go to
what
the second
some of the other action.
like this. Okay.
On
So-
board number 2, we have Eric Louis, 2 non-professional against Tan Chengda.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, Eric's very strong.
Yeah, Eric is
a rating,
known.
a rating around 8.
Mhm.
So perhaps a 2
Level difference,
a level
ranks
difference,
difference.
mhm.
Okay. So most of
yeah.
the second round games, we still have that gap between players.
Yeah.
So,
So,
as
white with an uphill battle, and black, of course,
Mhm.
being a little bit
Right.
more, being able to dictate the opening. I
Mhm.
think Eric,
Okay.
probably the one,
So
the smart money.
mhm. At the first glance, it does look pretty okay for black, isn't it? Because what went down there, but why cannot save? I mean,
What does
Yeah,
white have on this
even if
board?
I-
White has the top.
right. Even if I place this one, this is not seki because eventually white need to connect. This is like false
Oh,
high.
I'm sorry, the
Right.
camera's in the way.
So
It looks like
if it
white
was-
has died.
Yes.
In the
If it
lower
was- if it was like that, it is alive, but it is not.
Oh, is this
Therefore,
game over?
kind of over situation?
Oh no.
Oh, so what is happening? Does actually white plate? Okay, but black plate is okay. So locally it is dead, but
If white can catch one of these
still-
cutting groups, maybe.
yes, there is still sort of
Mm.
complications, but it's not easy to make it in real. But this one, white may doesn't look easy. White should play knight move, but black can bring the group out. So okay, so black's this one was the last one. Black could have played an extra move to make sure to kill.
Yeah. That's
But
I'm saying
low-
this game is over.
Right. Black can just play here, then it is dead. Maybe it's the simplest way. But black thought that okay, even if I don't play, there's no big deal. So, okay, I play this like that. Okay, but let's see. It seems that the game is quite okay for black, but how it started, okay. Okay, Chinese opening. Still, many of the opening formations of the past disappeared, but still the Chinese opening is available. But it's a bit different from the last one. Black doesn't answer directly, but plays this one, and here. Okay, one of the reasons must be this pip.
This is
White-
the new idea.
Yeah, new idea. And white plays this. Then in case black answers this, then this exchange is considered as a good exchange for white, because when white pips after, black wouldn't connect. So normally black tanuki to play elsewhere. Then later when white comes this one, the 3 stones are heavy. Is it? And this Chinese opening formation makes the 4 space distance, but it doesn't help this group much. So later when white get a chance to enter like this, then you can see that black is in sort of trouble with it. So that's why this one is not a preferred option. So most of the cases, black attaches and jump. And this one, recently I made a lecture about this shape, which I called the modified Kobayashi opening. Because the Kobayashi opening, what we know is this one. This one, is it? I really liked it. This one and this one. Okay, I really liked. It is called the Kobayashi opening. The Kobayashi Goichi in the Japan in 1970s to 80s, 90s, he played like this. He really liked this. Like his nickname is Metro. Is it?
Metro.
Metro. He likes to collect points below the third lines and then win a game by
The
points.
subways.
Extreme point collector style. So you can see that why start with lots of pocket money, pocket points. So he liked it. But nowadays it doesn't come because black approaches directly. At times, at the time, people believe that this move isn't good because white can play this 2 space high pincer. Then black need to jump and jump. Then normally when white has no stone, white need an answer. But since white has a stone, white can pip once and extend. Then this one stone is in the perfect position to block this and therefore take center. So, but nowadays it's disappeared. It appeared in the Lee Sedol versus AlphaGo's first match. That Lee Sedol played this one, and already at the time people thought that Lee Sedol, underestimate the Google, AlphaGo, because this is quite unusual move already at that point in 2016. But he played here in order to test AlphaGo's strengths. So at the time, I forgot. I remember I
Just
played like
said.
this. Okay, and this is still the same. Even if I answers this, I mean, black's this group is not possible to attack. So that white's group doesn't have many points, especially in the most of the pros games nowadays. The high approach comes like this, then as white always, not always, but most of the time attach underneath to collect points because that is so yummy, points.
Something immediate.
Right.
Yeah.
But any pincers white plays, then black can immediately exchange this to make the corner
Really flattens
territory
it out, yeah.
Exactly. So this shape is considered as really bad one. When I was young, this one was the pattern. So I learned this as a pattern. Maybe you know this as a pattern, right? But this pattern has disappeared. Definitely good for black.
Well, but it's good for black, but
Yes.
but white sort of gets a free approach to that.
Mhm.
Afterward,
Like
white
this?
can
Yes.
create a weakness and
Yes.
Is that-
But black can still answer.
yeah,
So
so black no problems.
locally, to get these exchanges, it is a big point damage compared to the case that we checked that white attach underneath to take points. Like this one, we see a huge difference. So that's why nowadays this move is kind of disappeared. But there's only one move which is possible to play is this two-space low pincer. People played this one, but this one didn't come before. But after AlphaGo, this is the only option, tough to say, but most preferred option, because that is the only move which blocks this attach. Black can attach here, but white can hide from this direction and Atari and extend. Then it is not easy to handle this white's two stones. If it was too close, like this one, then black had a chance to cut and squeeze, exchange and harness. Then that one stone is on the
Yeah,
wrong
really
place.
punish that one still.
But if now we move that, in fact, the stone was here, then it would be good for white. So that's why. So
I like trying things that no one else tries. So maybe you can guess what my answer to this move is. Just a little bit
that one.
strange.
Yeah, possible. But black can still take the corner.
True. Straight into the 3-3. Yeah.
Right. So that's why this one doesn't come. Maybe I can play like this one, like here and block.
A slap. Yeah.
Right. And then the hane and cut and this kind of stuff gonna come. But that one nowadays doesn't come often. But anyway, so recently I made a lecture modified Kobayashi opening because in this position, when black approaches, white can play this one in this special position. That is a AI suggestion that when black attaches, in the past, this was the pattern. White answers and black goes out, white answers covers. Then this is still good for black. But just right after black's attach, white plays this one. This is so difficult to imagine as human because my opponent attach and tries to take the corner, take over the corner, then you reacted, but white plays this. So in case black plays this, white can take outside, and that formation is reasonable. And black plays here, also white covers like that. So black may go out, then white cuts to play this one. Okay, so that is an option, possible option. But okay, instead of this one, white just chose the simple option, and white played here. But I have a very bad memory of this shape that I'm training myself to play against the Korean pros.
The top looks nice, but there's so much space.
Right.
Yeah.
And I played like this once. And at the time, my opponent, pro player, invade like this. I thought that, I know, but I can handle. So I attach it, extend, connect, and of course attach. Still expected. So cut and connect and go down. But this must be tough. So there will be the capturing race between black and white. But, when you see this, it looks, white's corner group is fine. Because white has a corner.
Quite enough space to live.
Right.
Sure.
So I thought that if I play an extra move to save it, then black gonna keep pushing and
you
save
can't
it
you
easily.
can't have black on the
Yes,
top,
this
or you
is
have
too
nothing.
easy. No. So not possible. So I play this exchanges and then jump. Okay, let's do the capturing race. I mean, I have a corner group. My opponent has a side group. Looks okay like this. So the user approach must be this one, but white plays like this. Answer here, then Now white has so many number of
The
liberties.
big eye, maybe
Right,
someone in the
like
chat can
8
tell me how much.
liberties.
8?
Uh-huh.
5 is 8?
Right, 5 versus 8, so no chance. So that does look pretty okay. So maybe white doesn't have time to do it, but play this one, or even after this, white can push this one. Oh no, it is not working. But even if white attaches and push, no, still not. Okay, so white need to go down, and when black plays here, white can play this like that. Anyway, so it is possible to win. So I was expecting this.
And maybe
so,
someone in the chat can
yes. But
can guess black's next move.
right.
Black,
You should ask it.
black to play, and you said you had a bad experience, so
Yes.
I assume
Black can kill white.
black,
So I didn't
black to
expect this
play and
move.
kill white.
How should black approach
So
to
if there's
this
any
corner?
pros in the chat, this is you have to prove yourself now with
Mhm.
black to play and kill white.
It's not easy.
Well, we know that just pushing at d18 isn't enough.
I also didn't know this. Not easy, huh? Okay. Even the second move is more important than the first one. Because the first move I can expect, but second move was really tough.
We do. I think we have
great.
a correct answer in the chat.
Yes. B18.
Alex Coper says B18.
Great.
Do you have the follow-up though?
Okay.
So
White
after-
should block at C18, let's say. I said the second move is even more important. So maybe he can go on.
Okay.
Axel Cooper. Good.
So the first move is correct, B18.
Mhm.
But how to follow up?
That is tough. So after this one, black may start like this, but then white can hane to go down, then this will be the same. Is it? Okay. B19. Oh, there is a big
that's a no-brainer.
combination.
Yeah,
yes.
that's,
B19. This one. That's it. And on cruise. Okay. Great.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
as you can see, if we gather our brains,
Yeah.
then we can be like a pro.
Yeah, so now this B19 is it
making the
in
connection
order to
looking
be able to threaten the connection on
right.
the top?
In case black connects it, white loses lots of spaces,
Mhm.
so it doesn't have enough liberties here. So I need to block, then black can hane and connect. Then that life capturing race, black wins. Okay, so anything like just here, then no chance to get it. So that happened in my game. I just resigned. I felt
Very
powerless.
short game. Huh.
Yes. Anyway, so that is working. Therefore, this shape. So I asked, okay, how do you know this? You found it during the game? I said, this is well known. By whom? It is well known. So they already studied this shape. So to play knight move, which happened in the game, this must be the preferred
Not
option.
more solid.
Yeah, more solid. But this one, the proper move must be too low, right? So if I were white, I would have chosen this option to play like that. But this attach is possible. But this one, there will be the weakness, so I wouldn't do. Okay, so
Well, let's see if
Black and
Eric,
Anton.
let's see if Eric finds
Mhm.
finds some weakness on the top later.
and the lower right corner against the Chinese opening attaches the new approach.
Mhm.
So this attach is the new way to approach. I think this is the one which Fan Hui, Fan Hui is the one who played against AlphaGo before Lee Sedol.
Yeah.
He explained. I mean, after AlphaGo's match, he made the lecture on the European Go Congress. It was 2017 then. At the time, he showed some new AI moves in that game, and this was one of them that he used. And he spoke this move with Guri, one of the
Guli,
top
yeah.
pros in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah,
about
Guli, I
10 years
remember
ago.
had a very interesting 10-game match with
Between-
Lee Sedol,
Yes.
and in his opening, so amazing.
His opening is
I feel like he
Right.
had an advantage in so many of those
Exactly.
games, but Lee Sedol's fighting
right.
always turned it around.
I remember, that he played a game in the Samsung Cup final or something against the Korean player. He once had this kind of shape, big formation, and in that game, black had a chance to add an extra move from the corner. And where would you play? I mean, it was something like this. I don't remember. It was the game against Ho Young-ho from Korea, the final.
Then maybe Q5 to
Q5.
reinforce the corner
Uh-huh.
and
This one?
also yeah
Here, this one is too
too over
narrow.
concentrated.
Right. This is like the known move.
Mhm.
At the time,
Yeah.
it was already like 15 years ago or something. So I was expecting this move, that is kind of known shape. So the same, that white may enter like this to erase. It was quite known shape. But at that time, what he played was this one. It's just one line
Wow.
difference. But,
6-6.
nowadays, when I see this move, then I feel, okay, so even like my student can play. But at the time, to
Yeah.
play like this was like, wow, okay, 15 years ago. And I saw that he played this in the World Championship final, like this kind of, how to say, the move that he just, try in the final. So I feel the confidence of his game. That he has full of confidence, so he can experiment this kind of 6-line moves even in the final, and he won the game. So anyway, so Guri, and that Guri was quite impressed about this move attach.
Yeah. Well, because the Chinese opening invites an attack. So I
Right.
think if you don't want to have to invade Black's area, then I think you have to maybe try something
Yes.
something like this.
Yes, that was the
And,
proper approach.
That Black have something, and you
Mhm.
just sort of walk away and take your own.
Mhm.
Kind of okay, I'll give it to you, or we have to fight.
Yes, exactly. So instead, if I want to enter, in the past we entered like this.
And then you have no base, and it's running.
Yes,
And this is
it's
what Black
because
wants.
after this, white can extend only one space distance.
Yeah.
Is it? Or let's say
Very
white
cramped.
approaches here, then still white has only one space distance. But this attach allow white to play two space extending shape. So that one line difference, AI,
Very nice
found it.
innovation.
So black Hane underneath, then white plays Hane to the other side to give this like this, to make it a bit over concentrated shape. So after this black cut, Chatari and connect, and this is the proper form that black takes nice position, but white too. Why is this Hane is optional. Anyway, this is the proper form. But in the actual game, white Hane to this direction, which is unusual because it's like heading to the wrong direction. It turns to a case that white approaches here, which is considered as worse to this one, worse than this.
Coming in
Because-
low against the Chinese.
Yes, and then when black plays here, would you exchange this?
No,
No,
lose
not at
the
all.
liberty.
No.
There's no purpose.
White should play knight move without exchange, but it turns like that. So white should have Hane to this direction. That's the proper way. So this
So
was
he's sort of reverting to a very bad result.
right. So that was a mistake. And black played here. Possible,
Threatened to cut.
right?
Yeah.
But answer must be the proper option. Just answer and see how it
Oh.
goes. Because otherwise, if black jumps, white can play here to aim the weakness and strengthen this shape. So this is like the proper option. But black chose this one. So white may just answer even. Because after this, still the clamp is working. For instance, if black extend, white can clamp to press it down, which is painful. So if black comes back to this, then white can play here and make this as bad exchange, or this one. So white can just answer once to look for these two as Mihai, but white attach it directly, so black cuts here. Okay. So black wants to fully use this Chinese opening formation and keep saying that you chose
so
the wrong
once again,
direction.
White suddenly.
Right.
This is Black's plan to attack.
Right. We already know
Yeah.
what happened after this. Why that group was in trouble. Therefore, black had very good situation, right? So here, white extend to save this, which is so tempting, tempting like this. But after black covers, white feels so stuffy because white need to save the group inside. But even if you save, once the group is
now black has-
surrounded,
yeah.
then it isn't
It's a
good.
very bad feeling for White.
Right, it is called Wei Qi, surrounding game,
Hmm.
right? So black surround and it works. So instead of this extension, I believe that I had to have some preparations. For instance, when white plays here, let's say black answers, then this should be a lot better to avoid surrounding. But if I place here, black gonna play like this one, then to find a good continuation isn't easy. This is the continuation in general to give a pressure, but black can just play this and cut. So that is tough. So quite tough situation for white. But still, I believe that white need to play for this group. But just jumping here is a bit soft. If I can play one exchange and jump to let black play this, then this black's group become heavy.
Now white has a
exchange.
target at
Right,
least.
so I can enter to fight. While white may expect like touching move like this to give even bigger pressure. I'm not sure whether this kind of move works. Okay, then like looking for this hane after jumping, like answer and then hane. Okay, so I need to find some options to avoid this cover. If he can easily predict that if I extend my opponent push several times and cover, then what should I do like this? But after taking this cover, it was quite tough. It doesn't mean that it is possible to kill in an easy way, but because black has many weaknesses outside as well. But if black can endure those weaknesses, like what Eric
this
did,
is all or nothing. Yeah.
no. Okay. Instead of this, black chose this one. That is the game, right?
Yeah, I think
think this
black
is
letting
the one.
white have a chance here.
This is the game. Okay. So
But all black has to do is survive with all the cutting stones.
exactly. So the game is still running, right?
Yeah, I think this
it
is the game.
Still running. But
White trying to decide maybe can I cap? Can I?
yeah, white plays this, but black can cut to take this 5 stones earlier than white.
Yeah.
So hane isn't working. So to play hane, white should be able to have one center exchange,
One more,
but
just
cannot
one move behind.
Yeah, just one move. That is the game of Go, is it? I almost worked. I almost killed the professionals group. Just one, like this. Okay. So is it about an hour already?
I think we have about 10 minutes. Let's jump to game 3 real quick.
Yeah,
We've had
quickly.
some
Yes.
requests in the chat. Very interested in your opinion.
About the third game.
Yeah, maybe I can find it.
Okay.
Oh well.
Okay.
We've definitely had some requests in the chat
Mm,
to look at game 3. So let's assess the board real quick. This is Albert Yen with the white stones, but it's black to move. Shang Jiebi,
mhm.
maybe mispronouncing that.
At first glance, it's
There's a lot of, it's all coming out of the bottom right.
Right.
I'm sure they would both like to play a move in the top or the left, but
right. But it looks quite okay for white, as long as white saves the group.
is white alive in the middle?
Mhm. Because of many center moves.
Uh,
Okay, white blocked. Okay. So in case black attaches this
It's
one,
wild.
then locally it is. Okay. After here, white need to play this. Black need to play this one, and white can play this. Okay. So there is a weakness. So if black wants to kill, black need to play this one without exchange. But there is a cut. No. Okay. So if black need an extra move, white gonna play here, and then it is safe. So if it is safe, it is good for white. It was good for white already. I saw the game at this point. Okay. And after jumping here, I saw the game up to here. It was good for white. Okay. So we can quickly take it and take a look from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Black played this facing Komoku again. So this is kind of famous. Okay. And this one. Nowadays, this one comes more often than jump. Okay. Jump was the only option. In fact, when I was studying, knight move did not exist. But nowadays, this move comes more often because after jumping, white has many
several
center
options,
moves.
yeah.
Right.
Or later, perhaps a move on the other side around L3 is, aiming at O2 is a very common pattern.
And this attaches also an option that white can look for this cut like that. So black cannot answer. Black need to play hane like this. Okay. Anyway, so there are several ways to use it. So that's why black plays the knight move. And after knight move, attach and cut is the proper way, which makes the things very simple. Atari, and connect. And maybe next move we should ask the audience where white should go next.
Should white?
It's white to play.
Is playing away an option?
Maybe I should not tell you about that.
Okay.
So should white tenuki or play an extra move?
Well, we have
Okay. And two. Yeah. And two, when you play, it's like, how to say, you're free from opponents' bunch of like privileges, centers.
Yeah, I feel like if you play away, there's definitely some weakness with. There's a lot of aji left in that Q7 stone.
Right.
We have a P9 turn as a
P9
suggestion.
trade. Okay.
Of course, playing P6 is over concentrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Dave. Go Dave. I think Go Dave 89.
Go Dave 89 says,
Familiar.
And an old
is
familiar
one of
emoticon.
my students.
Is he what? Is it one of your students?
Yes, Go Dave 89. That
okay.
ID, I can recognize it. Yeah, this one. That is the right move.
08, just extending.
Yes.
Mm.
It's not easy to
Very
find
strong,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that is the proper way. This push does look like the right option. Is it like pushing, giving pressure?
But Black Hane is back, and
Yeah,
again,
Hane. Hane turns to the head of two stones hit, so painful. And here, if Black plays double Hane, we checked, White can maybe cut once and extend. Black need to come back. Then
again,
this
idea
weakness,
is this another
exactly,
time that
and
this
the-
has come up. This
right,
idea of
the Hanan's game.
I think it's very much one of the things I love about Go is that defending is attacking.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
Is it just flip the side?
You don't have to attack to attack. You
Right,
can, you can simply make yourself strong, and the threat of
Yes.
attack is now present.
Your
Like
strength,
taking a stance.
right. So your strength is already a threat.
Mhm.
So you don't need to make much action. So I often give like metaphor like that. If there are only two people in the world, all that, only two people, okay, you and I, like this,
Okay.
then I want to be, I want to take the lead between two. Then one way is the direct way. I punch, directly give some, physical attack to let my opponent down, so I'm better than him. Or I just go to the fitness center and then get more
Lift some
muscle
weights.
and say,
Okay.
that you see my muscle, you don't have
Yeah.
it. Then that other person is being forced indirectly. So you don't need to give direct, like pressure, physical pressure, but just be stronger than opponent. Then your opponent is relatively weaker. That is already enough in this game of Go. So like this, if Black extend, then White is weak, because Black is strong. There is a cutting point. White need an answer like that. So Black doesn't need to try to punch. Then White saves the weakness and make Black's good weaker like that. Anyway, so because of that, it is painful. So White should play this one. Yeah. And in case White Tenuki, okay, let's play elsewhere.
Yeah, how does Black...
Then Black can cover and Hane and connect. Then this area is getting bigger and bigger, and White's stuck
White
in
still
this
has problems to
small
fix,
area.
yeah.
And still, the cut is so annoying. Extend then still, it will drive
very painful feeling.
White crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why White need an extra move, and White plays this one. And when White plays this, to enter here, become a big threat or attach like this. So often Black answers. Okay. Anyway, that's the proper and very clean shape. But instead, White chose this one, which is more difficult. And Black plays this, exchange, knight move. Knight move is also the most difficult one.
I would think a one-point jump is very straightforward.
Yes, this one, or sometimes this one White plays instead of jump. Because Black's this one is center, Black can use it, or the other one. But it makes White stronger. So Black plays this White answer, then it is like having this exchange, which is okay for White. So White's large knight move is a good option. Okay. So it is also the same that in this kind of position, let's say your opponent tries to attack like this, then you want to escape. Then how to escape? So this case also, when White escape, White can play like this one. That is possible to go. Because this attach, if Black attaches like this one, then White can wedge and then cut to make it strong. Anyway, so this one doesn't look like the connected option, but it is connected like this. Okay, anyway, similar idea. White plays this one, cut, Atari and Tiger Mouse. Okay, possible, because White can cover. White played that. Extend, cover, knight move. Okay.
So now White really wants to attack these stones in the middle. So giving up, giving Black a larger corner, and
In fact, not. White didn't give anything. White just approached it. It was already black's.
Yeah.
Black just keep it. So
Okay.
there's nothing white lost.
But
It's
now
just what it is.
White has two groups to look after, and Black only has
Mhm.
one.
Yes.
So
Up
sort of
to
a
this-
splitting attack, sort of.
Up to this, it does look okay for white. Extension. Okay. So if I were black, I wouldn't play this move. Maybe instead I would have played somewhere around here to threaten this group. The corner, taking corner looks so small. And white played here and black tries to cut here directly.
Mhm.
This also, black should leave it and maybe still like this and looking for this. Because that exchange clearly make this white group safe. Okay. But black can say that also at the same time I save the connection too. But saving the connection makes this white group weaker. That must be the reason, but black can easily save it, no problem. And jump as to the proper way. But black played this one, which already made a weakness.
A little bit loose. Yeah.
Right. So white played this Hane immediately to look for cut. But it is like that. Let's say black jumped. White cut. Black extend. How do you feel about this fight? If we see the
This is-
case from this point of view.
This is difficult. That white stone is hard to save. Even if you do save it,
Mm.
it's very painful.
Right. So normally, let's say black jumps, then white wouldn't cut directly unless
No.
white is so strong.
Yeah, you might peep from the corner side
Yes.
to grow the corner and.
Right. But actual game turns to the same because black plays here, white plays this here and cut. And black chose this option. This one is the same because it is like playing here from this point of view. Black play here, boop, 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 and white attack this. So white attack this, we can clearly see the intention. When black goes out, white wants to exchange and then jump.
Now
which
white's
is-
isolating two stones. This is a good
that,
idea.
that is quite okay for
Yeah.
white. So black shouldn't capture this but play here to let
Mm-hmm.
Atari connect. Not painful,
Mhm.
but black is safe, so fine. So when white push, black can harm it. No, well, black doesn't need to, but black can. And then go out like this. Then, it's way more difficult for white to handle this.
Mhm.
White need to cover, and still it is not connected. White maybe need to exchange this. Then it helps black to,
Yeah,
weaken this group.
white's creating
Right. So
problems
this is
for himself.
a lot more difficult. For instance, white need to play like this one to connect locally, but diagonal move, when white answers, black can bring this group away like this. So complicated. So there is a cutting point and black has a chance to use it. So black shouldn't give the chance that white can jump like this. So at this point, if I were white, I wouldn't do anything. I would just answer because I feel that black need to play an extra move to save this weakness
Mhm.
anyway. Like for instance, if black jumps, white cannot touch and wedge.
Yeah, so when your opponent has a problem in their own shape,
Yeah.
just let them worry about
Let
it.
it stay.
Like psychological damage over the
Right.
rest of the game. As every turn they
Uh.
have to worry, do I have to fix that now? Do I have to
Mhm.
fix that now?
Right. So in order
Yeah.
to do something as black need to play an extra move to do it.
Mhm.
But then it makes the situation that black plays this very
Should
slack move.
have just done that in the first place.
So sometimes the way to punish is don't say anything. Let's say you're the boss and your worker made a mistake, and then you're just staring and don't say anything.
Mhm.
And then it's so big pressure, isn't it? So it's like staring that, oh, you know what? You made a mistake, but I don't do anything. You fix it. But fixing
Yeah, the
is-
boss says, "Are you happy with how that went?
Yeah.
Are you happy with how that turned out?"
Right. Just don't say
Sure.
Don't
You
say
sure?
much. Okay.
Hmm.
But why says that, oh, you played this mistake, or blah, blah, blah. That was
Mm-hmm.
too much. Okay. Maybe why cannot touch directly to like cut. Then why can clearly cut this group
Oh, this
like
feels
this.
even better. Yeah.
No,
So
it
black
looks-
is getting pressed down. White has all
Right.
the outside.
But because of this Hane, it looks like a
Hmm.
very nice option, but why had a chance to capture?
Yeah, it turns
But-
into
Black answered here, therefore white got a chance to
yeah.
attack. Why played an extra move? Because it's pretty thin connection. I played. Okay. And push gives the tiger mouse. So black attacks, but it is not easy to attack. So black shouldn't attack, more like.
Mm.
Maybe just
Okay.
jump once and then play elsewhere and look for something.
Yeah.
I think that is the good idea.
Yeah, so black had a pretty good opportunity there, but Albert Yen a
Mm.
little bit stronger and
Right.
is going to get away with.
So actual game black tried, but white saved. So I
Mhm.
suppose the game is quite okay
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
I think it is the time we should take a
Yeah,
break.
yeah, the players will continue to progress. We'll take a short break and
Mhm.
we'll be back with Javi,
Okay.
who will walk through the middle games and hopefully some of these go to
Great.
end game within the time limit.
Okay.
And we'll do another hour. So taking a break. Again, this is Solomon Smilak and In-Seong Huang
Good.
coming
Stay
to
with
you
us.
from the Go Congress
Uh-huh.
in Cleveland, Ohio, Kent State, Ohio. We'll be back in 5 minutes with some more coverage.
All right, we are back at the Kent, Ohio Go Congress Masters Games.
Masters game.
Masters
yes.
Games.
Uh-huh.
My name is Javi King. I am taking over for Salman Smila,
Mhm.
and I'm here with Ingsong
Huang.
Huang.
Right done.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
8
Okay.
I will probably be asking different questions. I'm like 13Q, so I'm pretty new to the
Right.
game still.
You would ask a lot of like sort of fundamental questions.
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I like that. Let's do
so-
this. Uh-huh. So the game is already more than a half away.
Okay.
And okay, let's check the first one. First game first. Okay. Okay. So at first glance, how do you feel?
Yeah,
about
this
game?
is exactly what my question was going to be. So at this stage, it doesn't seem right to like point out black or white is winning, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't
Mhm.
really look like black's got nice shape in that
Mhm.
bottom right corner there.
Point, is it?
Yeah.
Especially the whole right side is
Yeah.
like great. Is it?
Let's see.
So basically, it is like the right and left side versus upper and the lower side.
Okay, yeah.
When you see only the point, then which color does look like have more points, having more points?
It looks to me like black has
Good.
more points.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
You're already good.
Excellent.
Okay. Yes, black has a lot more points.
Yeah.
But so black gonna win this game, you think?
I don't know.
Because point matters.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Points matter a lot, but it doesn't look like white is in trouble necessarily, which leads me to assume that white can do some like sneaky stuff to
Mhm.
poke into black's points.
Okay. So the important matter of this game
Okay.
is that black has more points,
Right.
but black's one group is in sort of unconditional, how to say, like some situation that black need to solve.
Okay.
For instance, the lower side here, that
Yeah.
black's area, this black's group is not perfectly safe.
Yeah, that's a little
So you know
scary.
the way to save the group. What is the condition for saving the group?
You need 2 eyes.
Yes, two
Yes.
eyes, exactly. So black need to have 2 eyes. Do you think that black can get 2 eyes inside
In this middle
in
group
this
here,
middle area?
my intuition is that it's certainly possible.
Good.
Um,
I don't
but-
believe that you're 13Q because you already captured that black has more points, and then it looks black can save. Yeah, good. You have a
yeah.
good intuition. Huh?
yeah, it definitely looks possible.
Mhm.
It is often the case when I play that I have really good intuition, but
Mhm.
totally fail the execution.
Mhm. Right.
So,
So black should expect 2 eyes to live since black is being completely surrounded.
Right.
So this is the place where black can expect 1 eye.
Right.
And this area also black can expect 1 eye. So I can use this. So 1 eye possibly here, 1 eye possibly here.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to block that
Yeah.
2 eye spaces. That's why, especially it is black to play. Since white has also many weaknesses, white had to save the weakness because white is busy,
Right.
because black is looking for saving the group and white need to enter somewhere like this one to attack.
Right.
But the weakness is here. So
black
let's
needs to
say
take advantage of
let's say black cuts here.
Yeah.
Then in case white plays this, can you go how black could save the group?
Let me see. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say black plays N11.
And 11, yes.
Yeah.
White need to capture.
Yeah, white captures, and then if black plays N9,
And 9, this one.
yeah,
Okay, white connects it.
and then black plays P8.
This one. Okay.
Is that? Oh no, that's not quite right. Yeah.
Okay,
good.
so maybe at this point, cut was good.
Yeah.
And then
Let's see. So if black plays
right.
O10,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
O10. If
So there are 2 ways to attack it.
Right,
You chose
right.
this one at first.
yes,
What if black chose the second?
right.
Then white need to connect in order to keep this group in.
Yep.
And then,
And then, so black doesn't want white to connect
Mhm.
those two groups, right? So black plays p8.
good. Okay,
Um,
push, block. That false ones are being captured.
Yep.
So black is
and
out.
that saves.
Right.
Cool.
So black can look for this capture and cut as mi.
Right.
Therefore, black can save it. So white need to connect.
Right.
Okay. And this is a bit more difficult. There is a way that black can squeeze these two stones
Right.
to get one eye for free. For instance, then white may have like double Atari.
Right.
Black may even connect, but let's say black just fully focus on saving the group.
Right.
Then black played a couple of moves here for free.
Right.
So get one eye.
Yeah.
And black can expect a second eye here, like this. So one eye, second eye. So it is safe
So-
like that.
Is black living there guaranteed if black plays correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
So that's why white got a chance to white saves this weakness.
Right.
So
Right.
white is busy handling this group, but need to save the weakness at the same time.
I see.
And Han played this one. So do you know about those players, Han and Yu Tongsha?
I
You
do
have
not
no
know.
idea.
Yeah.
But when you see just next to the name, there is
Yeah.
5.
I know they're very high level players.
Yes.
yeah.
But 5 and 6.
Ah.
So which player you think that is stronger?
I think the 5 because it's 5p.
Oh,
opposed
you
to-
know.
is that right?
How long have you been playing?
Well, so I've played on and off for a while.
Mhm.
I've never played very consistently,
Mhm,
but I've
okay.
been adjacent to people who have played
Ah,
a lot
okay.
for years.
Oh, okay.
So I
good.
know some of the terminology and ranking
Good.
things like this.
So you can separate P and D,
Right,
right? Okay.
right.
So it's 5P
Yeah.
pro and 6 dan
Yes.
amateur. So that's why even though he's 5,
Yeah.
he's stronger than 6.
what is the like conversion for Don and P, if that makes sense? Like when would Yutong? When would Yutong become P?
One P like this.
Yeah.
He need to take the license after
I see.
passing the qualifying tournament
I see.
to become a pro.
Right.
Then 6 dan, or it can be 7 dan or 8 dan, doesn't matter when you turn to 1P.
Right.
And from 1P to achieve
your way up.
2P, 3P,
Ah, I see.
according to your, say, your result in
Right.
tournament
Right.
like that.
I see.
So Han reached 5P in China, but I'm kind of surprised that he's only 5P because he was in the top league
Right.
of the Chinese league
Oh, wow, okay.
some years ago.
Yeah.
So he must be, as strong as many other like 9 dan pros.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, so here's quite a strong one. Okay, so it seems that after black plays here, there's no problem for saving this black's group.
Right.
If so, white is lagging point.
Right.
Therefore, the game must be good for black. And even this one, black is looking for more weaknesses.
Right.
For instance, there is a weakness, B weakness, and C weakness
I
like
see.
this. So often people say that, okay, to live inside of opponent's area, it's depending on the one who wants to save the group.
Right.
But in fact, it is depending on the attacker.
I see.
If white is the attacker now, if white has so many weaknesses like this, then white cannot focus on attacking the group.
Right.
So while is saving the weakness, black can save it.
So
The
not
one who
only
entered.
not only is black alive there,
Yes.
black can like attack and
Exactly.
I see.
So it is like the one who enters, okay, wants to save, but it's weak anyway. Black is weak,
Yeah.
okay, in this case.
Yeah.
But if white is strong, white can kill.
I see.
But if white is also weak, like, exposed many weaknesses like that,
Right.
then there's no chance to save.
I see.
So in this case, I believe I'm positive that black can save because white has many weaknesses.
Right.
So when you enter opponent's area and look for saving,
Right.
then don't look for saving yourself.
Right.
You need to look opponent's weaknesses,
I see.
and you get a clue from that. That my opponent has so many weaknesses.
Yeah.
Maybe I have
Maybe
a
I can
chance.
take advantage of this.
Exactly.
Okay.
But otherwise, okay, I think I'm I'm done.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
find out like this. So black connects to strengthen this, and then still the cutting points are visible. For instance, white may play like this one
Right.
here. Then this black's area, it's not easy to expect 2 eyes,
Okay.
but the cut, if black plays,
Yeah.
then I need to connect.
Yeah.
Okay? And black
Yeah.
cut, I need to answer. Atari, I need to answer, and then this is working.
Right. So it's really
So
good for black.
white always one move now.
Yeah.
But if I place here, black can play this to get the second eye, so it is completely safe.
So given that I assume both players know black is alive
Mhm.
in that area,
Mhm.
what is white's strategy now? Just to fix his weaknesses?
In fact, it's tough.
Okay.
So White would have that question himself, and I think it is about to resign
Oh, no kidding.
because in case Black saves this group without any damage like
Right.
this, then it should be difficult to win a game. So we
Oh,
can
wow.
maybe take a look, count. So you know the counting.
Yeah.
After Black save, White can harness. This is what White gain from attack. So White can harness to reduce this area like this. Black has the right side, this A area, we can say, it's about 22 points.
That makes sense.
Okay. When you count the points, you should count the minimum size territory.
Right.
So White can exchange like this one, therefore White can do, and here also White can block like that. So then 5, 15, 22,
Right.
like this. So, and also when you count, it's better that you don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6, because
probably
it's
count-
not easy.
That row there. And
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
So if I counted in 4 times,
Okay.
5, 15,
Okay.
because it is 2 multiplied 5, 10,
Okay.
5, 15, 20 up to here and 2 like
Okay,
this.
cool.
And this is about 10 points.
Okay.
And the left side, this one, can you find like a rectangle shape
Oh,
here?
I would say.
Uh-huh.
Well, it doesn't look like White can really. I would say it probably starts at like B.
Mhm.
B all the way onto.
Okay.
um,
So-
yeah, here I can draw
Yeah,
maybe where.
please.
So I'm maybe looking at something like
This,
this is
Mhm.
definitely feels like it's Black's.
exactly. Uh-huh.
And then probably some of this.
Mhm.
Even.
Yeah, right. So this square is the 20-point square.
Okay.
Square, rectangle like
Rectangle,
that. 20. So you just cut this 20
Right.
easily. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, you can just 20.
Right.
That's it. When you get used to it, then you can go quicker and it's more accurate.
Right.
24, 26, and 30, 31.
Okay.
So 31 plus 22, 53,
Okay.
63. And including this one, I can expect about 67, 8.
Okay.
Quite a
And
lot.
How many points are possible on,
Mm.
or rather, yeah. What's the maybe this is a strange question, but what's the like general spread? So if Black gets 63 points,
68 about.
60, yeah,
Mhm.
68 points.
Mhm.
Uh,
And
you
now
said-
we should check. Mhm.
yeah, you said earlier that White would resign, probably.
Yes.
So, it's
So
the
we should
case-
check how many points White also has.
Okay.
So White need to have about 60 points
Right.
because there is a Komi,
Right.
6.5 points, 7.5 points in this case. So if White makes the 60 points, then the game can be even.
Okay.
White's lower side, 10, 12, about 15, 20, 24.
Okay.
Okay.
So 24 is maybe like
Mm.
this area here
Mhm.
is 24.
Yes, like this. Okay, and then White may place up to only this line. This one is not the real territory.
Okay.
So this one too, like this. So altogether, 12, 15, 16, 20, 24, we can give it a target connection. There is a weakness, so I need to play, but okay,
Right.
24.
Okay.
Plus this area, 34, 36, maybe 46, 7, including the capture stone, White may achieve like 50
Okay.
maximum.
Okay.
Then it's about 10 points behind.
Right.
White has something, but White also has a weakness. So cannot say White has an advantage on it. So it means that Black is leading by enough
by quite
points.
a bit. So this area that we've mapped out for Black,
Mhm.
it's pretty safe for Black.
Yes,
Like, okay, so
there's no like risk on Black's territories
I see.
as we check only the minimum size of territory.
I see.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
People want to know more about you.
I see. Sorry, I didn't realize we had a question about me.
People want to know more about what you do when you're not.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. When he's not playing Go. So I am now responding to Aldrich's question. I wonder what he does when he's not playing Go. He asks very solid fundamental questions. When I'm not playing Go, I do a lot of things, but it is a habit of mine to
Mhm.
ask whatever comes to mind.
Mhm.
I play a lot of video games.
People don't want to know which ones.
Which ones? A lot of fighting games.
Mm.
So
So you treat this Go game as the fighting game?
it's very similar, right?
Okay.
but a lot of like competitive games.
Uh-huh,
Generally,
competitive
when
games.
I'm delving into a subject, I'll ask
Mm.
questions regardless of how silly they are,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's just a habit that's
Mm.
that's carried.
Okay.
And it's nice. It seems to be working.
Right. Uh-huh. Nice. So how do you catch this game? I mean, it's not easy to catch this game of Go, by
It's-
chance.
Yeah, it's purely by chance.
Mm.
I have some childhood friends
Mm.
who they all got into Go,
Okay.
and they got really big into Go. So I was hanging out with them all the time, and like you know, I played some games with them and things like this.
Right.
Although unfortunately, it never captured me as much as it captured them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of far behind with respect to Go, but
Mhm.
I've been adjacent to them long enough that I have like I think a pretty good idea of at least kind of what's going on an intuitive level.
Right. So this, especially this game of Go, when you discover, then after you discover, you have more questions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and you will enjoy even more.
Yeah.
Because if it is like a soccer or basketball game, even without knowing anything, any knowledge, you can
Right.
easily see what's
You
happening.
can, right.
But in this game of Go,
Yeah.
as much as you know, you can see more.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
it's quite interesting.
Uh,
And especially the Go players, they treat this Go as not like hobby.
Yeah.
More than a hobby.
Yeah.
Like part of life.
I've noticed that it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get to the point where a lot of my friends seem to be able to tell things about other people
Mhm.
based on how they play Go, and I
yeah,
find that really, really fascinating.
Okay. So you believe that people express their character
Yeah.
into the Go?
Yeah.
Okay. It's possible. Yeah. Okay. So I think we should jump to the second game because I'm informed that the game is over.
Oh, this game finished.
Oh, yes, it is. Because, okay, so you maybe know that why it is over. Okay, black attack is this one. That was the last move, and white says, okay, I surrender.
Right.
I don't play. That 6 stones are being attacked.
Yes.
But you can connect, is it?
Yeah.
Why could have connect, but why you think that white resigns?
I mean that group is still
Uh-huh.
pretty dead, right?
Okay,
Even,
how?
Even if let's say. So my intuition is for black to play something like K12,
K12. This one.
maybe something like that.
Mm-hmm. So you want to
Um,
surround it.
Right.
Okay.
And I kind of feel like white won't necessarily be able to run away, but even if he does, just by virtue of chasing white, black
Mhm.
will make will get a lot of
Yes.
power.
Right, but in this case, when black plays this one,
Okay.
white has 2 liberties.
Right.
So what about blacks? It's a bit complicated.
Oh, I see.
All
I didn't
mixed,
even. Yeah,
right?
that is kind of okay. So maybe that wasn't the best move.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
For instance, this black's group, how many liberties does black have?
it only has 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about this? The whole group?
That also.
Let's say it
has-
is white.
That also has 2.
Yes, white can cut.
Right.
Okay. So black is so busy as well.
I see.
Since
Yeah.
black has also the 2 liberties in each.
Yeah.
So you guess. Now, once again, okay, white connects.
Yep.
Then
So
we're gonna
okay, so we probably want to reduce
Mhm,
these,
the
right?
liberty.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go with L12,
white
and then white
being
connect,
Atari again. So I need to
and
connect.
then J. Yeah.
Yes, this one.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Black
right,
should just keep making continuous Ataris like this to keep this group on size this group like
Right.
this. Okay, so no,
Oh,
that's
wow.
the reason why white resigned this game.
Yeah. So white's in pretty bad shape here.
Right. So all that it's quite bad happening for white,
Yeah.
which started from this cover
Okay.
at the beginning. This one. Okay.
Okay.
So it was just like 6 stones, black surround, and it was not easy to save inside. It's because black surrounded. So this is called the Wei Qi in Chinese term.
This is like wait, is Weiqi surrounding?
Surrounding game. So it gives one very important clue that
Yeah.
this game I need to surround opponent's
Yeah.
group, is it? Okay, like this. Okay, so that's why I had to avoid surrounding, but white failed, and Eric gives really very, very powerful attack.
Yeah.
So white's group couldn't save. But you may suspect this is quite how to say difficult question. This white's group is considered as dead shape.
Okay.
So that's why white just resigned this game. Why is it dead? I think. It needs the two eyes to save, right?
Yeah,
For each group.
and it doesn't look like there's anywhere to make
Mhm.
eyes.
Okay.
I mean, there's like, if black gives white a couple of moves,
Mhm.
white can make an eye near,
Yes.
near,
Mhm.
but that seems like it's it.
Yes, not possible.
Yeah.
When white tries to get it, black would block it.
Yeah.
And also, when white tries to save the group here, eventually white need to play an extra move,
Right.
because that will be Atari.
Right.
So white connects, then this is the famous dead form.
Right.
You know, black cannot
Yep.
play
Yep.
here to kill. Okay, so that's
Oh, wow.
why
So
the whole
white's-
group.
Yeah, white's in really bad shape here.
Yes, so that's why after this, white resigned the game.
I see. And the players, at least
Mhm.
just from looking at their rank, don't seem like Eric. Is Eric significantly stronger than Tan? It doesn't.
2P.
2P.
You know, his rating is about 8 point something.
Okay.
I'm told, and Tang must be about 6 point something.
Okay.
So there is a 2-level difference.
I see.
2-level difference is about 2 stone difference.
I see.
So, but you know, as it is tournament, they play in an even game. So that's why Eric had more chance
I see.
to win a game.
I see.
So Eric showed that there is a strength gap between. Mhm.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So that turns out very short game. And the third one, still ongoing. So this one, we can see the clear view because there's no P sign,
Right.
but 5D to 8D.
Right.
Yeah, Albert Yan is 8D, one of the strongest amateurs in America. Okay, so
And
I
this
think he's
game,
taking the lead. Mhm.
this game is a little hard for me to. Seems to have a strong advantage. So it's clear that black has the bottom right corner,
Mhm.
or at least I think it's clear. Is that a right, a correct
Sorry.
read that black has this?
Yeah, black has a lot of points
Yeah,
there.
black has a lot of
Uh-huh.
points there.
And this one also, there is a life and death issue.
Right.
This whole white group is being cut.
Right.
Okay? It's surrounded. Is this white group okay? Is it alive or not? It seems that it's not easy to catch 2 eyes, right?
I think it's alive. So if white plays like 06 and Atari's black,
Yeah, if white plays an extra move,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
cut,
yeah.
white is safe.
Yeah.
But white is not playing apparently. Okay?
Because
White
there's-
is playing elsewhere for a long time. They're
Right.
doing somewhere else.
Oh, I see.
So why? What if black plays? So that must be the question.
Yeah. So let's see.
For instance, what if black just connects it?
Right.
Is it?
If black just connects there. Oh, that's a little scary.
Because we cannot see any eye space in
Right.
it, right?
Right. I suppose if black connects there. Oh, maybe white can Atari this group
You can.
and use that Atari because black has to connect to like connect.
Mhm.
Oh no, that
Mhm.
won't work.
Yeah, it can be solved. Even if white Ataris, black
Yeah.
can just answer.
Yeah.
So there should be no problem. But that 5 stones, is this 5 stone okay? This stone question.
Also, it has 4 liberties.
Mhm.
And it seems connected to this group here, which
Yes.
seems to make it pretty safe. But does this group have 2 eyes? Yeah, you can connect this group pretty easily to the corner there.
Okay.
What if white played here?
Good. So
Can I click there? If white plays here,
yes.
that seems to,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, you said you're the aggressive type
Yeah.
player. I can say that you are the aggressive type player. Like this. Yes, there is a cutting point. Yes. So sometimes you should not try to find a solution inside of
Right.
you that, okay, maybe I can get 2 eyes, maybe I like this.
Right.
But instead, you can look for your opponent's weakness
I
and you
see.
can easily catch it.
I see.
So this is called miai
Okay.
in the Japanese term. So AB or BI.
Okay.
So that's why they both players don't touch this part.
I see.
That
I see.
because of that AB MII.
Yeah, they recognize this and decided
Yes.
to move.
So
elsewhere.
white is safe. So it is not the important point.
I see.
So they are doing things elsewhere. So since white's group is safe like this, I believe that the game is quite okay for white. So let's check. The game runs up to this one. The thing is that black is behind, so black wants to attack this white's group. But black's group is even weaker than white.
Right.
So
Black's
It
group
is.
up here.
yes, up here.
Okay.
That whole group has
Yeah.
all the connections, but there's no two eyes shape. So this kind of case, we say that there's no base. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
I see. So if-
okay.
if black played something like it feels a bit as if maybe like this
Yes.
move or this move
Like,
would
like,
be
like this.
yeah
Good.
yeah,
Uh-huh. So maybe forced to bring the group out.
Right.
Or like this, then black is safe.
Right.
Black has a base. Great. Okay. Black can do it. But the problem is that black has multiple weak groups.
I see.
This was the first one, and the second one is here.
Yeah.
This group has only one eye,
Yeah.
and no second eye. So it is quite tough for black to handle that both groups.
I see.
There is saying in this Go word that the one weak group is possible to handle, but multiple weak groups are tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and black cuts because black wants to save this two groups' weakness
Right.
at once.
Right.
So that's why.
I see that's a cool move.
Yeah,
So
the
by
best-
like doing this cut, you're threatening white. You're giving yourself a little bit more force here. and you're like-
Exactly, because the best way for black to do is to catch this whole white group.
Right.
Then the two separated group can catch this, and the problem will be solved
I
by
see.
just one
Yeah.
action.
I see.
So that's why black cuts, and white need to bring the group out. But at the same time, black takes in a point, like not here but here.
Right.
Black gain in a point, and it also can threat this white group. So in case black save both, for instance, white plays very weak moves and just let black save,
Yeah.
which is unlikely happen. But if black does it, then black would have chance to play a long game.
Right.
But it's not easy to get it. But how to say? Even though the game is kind of like nearly over, it's so important to find a way to win.
Right.
And then really finish it.
Yeah.
Because it is not over until it is over.
Yeah.
Is it? So this is also part of strength. Sometimes, when you see the legendary professional players,
Right.
some professional players are very good at handling this kind of style. That, okay, I'm leading the game, I keep the lead and win.
Right.
Do you recognize any sort of legendary Go players? Have you ever heard like the famous?
I think the only name that I'm familiar
Uh-huh.
with, and I might even get this name wrong, is
Okay.
Li Xizong.
Yeah, Lee Sedol,
Is that
yeah,
correct?
the one who played against AlphaGo,
Yes,
right?
right.
Okay, so everybody knows. So he is famous because he's good at shaking the Goban.
Okay.
It's not physically shaking, of course, but he shakes opponent's mind.
Okay.
So when opponent lead the game that he's behind,
Yeah.
then he starts shaking the Goban to
Yeah.
play here 1-1-1 like this.
Ah, yeah.
So make opponent feel very dizzy.
Yeah.
And then get a chance.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
to
that's
play
a cool
against him,
strategy.
it is quite difficult to keep the lead and win.
Right.
Okay? And
Because
then
he'll like throw a move somewhere and
Yes.
yes. I see.
one part this, and then send some very difficult questions.
Yeah.
That is the way how he won against AlphaGo as
Right.
well. He gave very difficult that. Do you know the legendary move which is called Divine Move?
I do not.
Okay. There was the fourth game Divine Move
Okay.
came, and that was exactly what Lee Sedol was good at.
Okay.
But there was, before Lee Sedol, there was another legendary player
Okay.
who won the world championship over like 20 times,
Right.
who is called another Lee Chang-ho.
Okay.
And he was very good at handling the game that he lead and keep it.
Right.
So there was the match between them
Yeah.
in the world championship final around early 2000.
Okay.
Was very good match because Lee Chang-ho lead the game
Yeah.
and he wants to keep.
Right.
It's like a shield.
Right.
He has like Captain America's shield.
Right.
And then the Lee Sedol is like
Just-
I don't
just
know,
doing
Black
his thing,
Panther,
yeah.
have another vibranium,
Yeah.
like was a tool
Yeah.
to like a weapon
Yeah.
to break the shield, and
Yeah.
it was so difficult, so interesting match.
Yeah.
Okay, and eventually,
Who won at the end?
1-1.
Okay.
But Lee Chang-ho is older than Lee Sedol. He's
Right.
getting old, so Lee Sedol period came.
I see.
But
I see.
in the Lee Chang-ho period, Lee Chang was like
Yeah.
he dominates
Yeah.
the world. Okay. Anyway,
That was
so White is heading to finishing the game. I suppose. it
So
will be-
so black is doing the thing that we talked about. Yes, he's like trying to.
yes,
Okay.
I think White need to go out like this, but this is quite inefficient way to go.
Yeah.
For instance, white may attach like this.
Yeah.
Then black may cut but atari and connect. Yeah, as long as there is a weakness, black need to come back, and white can still atari to catch it. So there are several more efficient ways, but it can be a bit risky. So you need to have accurate reading to achieve it. So he's checking the details. So when you're leading the game, you sweat a lot,
Right.
and then you're nervous.
You're
feel
really
nervous.
trying to keep it.
Yes,
Yeah.
keep it simple, and then no accident like this. So he's really cautious now. Okay.
So let's see. So black is doing. Black can be alive up here.
Yes,
right?
black has a lot of
That's
points there.
A lot of points there. Points here.
Black has a lot of points there too.
Nothing really here.
Mhm.
This is all very scary.
Yes,
Okay, so the
So
game
we-
depends
yeah.
on.
we can check. The black has about 20, 15, 20, 22 points underneath.
Okay.
And here it's about 13, 16, 20. It's about 22 points as well. So 44 and 45. And there's nothing yet. Black gonna make points, but this group is weak. So maybe we can count it like this at this point.
Right.
Black has about 45 points.
Right.
But white has here about 15, 16, 20 here. And that 3 stone is being captured. So there will be about 7, 8 points. So 28. And here, some 5, 6. So altogether, white has about 33, 4 plus Komi.
Right.
So white has about 40 points too. So black has about 45, white has 40 points. But white's this area is not counted
Right.
upper side.
Right.
And black has 2 weak groups.
Right.
So even if white doesn't get any profit and black just arrange, let's say this happens and black just arrange somehow, and then let's say white doesn't do anything,
Right.
black saves. If this happens, then easily white can win this game.
Yeah. So black has to take some risk.
Some risk,
yeah.
yes. In this case, to lose the game by 100 points or half is the same. So
Right.
black would do something, aggressive.
Right.
Okay.
I see.
But I think it's quite hopeless situation.
Oh, that's tough. Okay. So it looks like these games are.
Mhm.
So we have this game.
Yeah,
And this game
maybe we
is-
can go back to the first one.
Yeah, because 2 is correct. Two is finished.
Yes, the game 2 is finished.
And this game, white is
Yes, in favor. Okay,
Okay, in
black is
favor.
in trouble.
so. Yeah, let's see what's
Mhm.
going on here now.
Okay, so up to this point we saw.
Right.
Okay. When white goes here, we checked,
Right.
and I said that there are many weaknesses on black's side.
Yes.
That's why it is not easy to win this game as white.
Right.
And black play this one to get this. Okay. So white takes some points here, but black takes it too. So
Right.
it's about the same. White gain about a bit less than 20 points, but black also erases this area and take
Right.
about 15. No, it's even more than that. 15.
Okay.
And
Where are you getting the 15?
15, because it's supposed to be, okay. Up to this line, it was not the territory for black.
Right.
So all these points are what black got it, including the capture stone.
I see.
So these are 7, 8, 9, exactly 15.
I see.
So black takes 20, white takes 20. So it's about the same. So it means that black still keep the lead about over 15 points on the board. Because including Kome was about 10 points difference. And white is breaking this area, which white can do, and cut. So instead of this white's move, white could have played just like here.
Yeah.
Then it's guaranteed, I have points on the top like this. But by this way, white cannot win a game.
Right.
So that's why white need to cut and take more risk.
Yeah, he also has
So-
yes.
More risk, but more points
Right.
white can expect.
Right.
But from black's side, black should do less risk, less points.
He should
white.
try and keep his
Yes,
lead.
like
Yeah, I
that.
see.
So
Yeah.
there is an energy between the one who tried to keep the lead
Right.
and the one who tried to
It's like
reverse.
trying to break out. And,
Exactly.
I see, I see.
So that energy, when we see this energy, then there is a tension in between. That is quite interesting part
Yes.
of Go.
Yes. Well, you mentioned if you lose by 100 points or you
Mhm.
lose by half a point, you still lose, and that's
Yes.
great. I love it. Yeah.
Yes. In fact, the half point lose is more painful than 100 points.
Yeah.
Because, half points, you think that I had a chance like
Right.
5 times, but
Right.
100 points, okay, no chance.
Yeah.
from the beginning. So you're free already. Okay, so white cut and black. So you see that after white cut, black may say, how dare you cut? I extend.
Yeah.
if black extend, let me ask one question. Why cut? Oh, is it possible to catch this white one stone as black or not?
I would say
Mhm.
no.
No.
Yeah,
Because
no.
okay.
Um,
What is your first idea?
So if black plays J13, you
Atari.
get like a ladder, but then white can connect that ladder.
Exactly. So ladder is not working, therefore it is not working.
Right.
Right. Okay. So good. That is the first step.
Okay.
Well, you can easily check the ladder. If someone doesn't even know what the ladder is, cannot achieve it.
Right.
But you already know. But if the ladder is not working, before giving up, you
Right.
should have the second option.
Yeah.
You should check
Yeah.
the second. Second option is we called net.
Okay.
Have you heard net?
I have not heard
Oh,
of
wow. Okay. Net is, say, in Japanese term, it is called, how do you say? Net. Geta. Oh,
Geta.
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 Okay.
Right.
Sounds, Geta. Anyway, so net means, for instance, let's say black had an extra stone like this.
Okay.
And you believe that, Atari, or not working.
Yes.
So you try to Atari to this direction, but still not working.
Right.
But just imagine this one stone like a fish.
Yeah.
You want to take that fish.
Ah.
So you use your bare hand. Let's grab a fish, then
Yeah.
fish goes away.
It'll slip
They
out.
never just stay and
Yeah.
eat me like this, is
Right.
it? So you need to use a net.
So that would be, is that like K13?
K13, yes.
Okay.
This is the net idea.
I see.
So when fish tries to go on this way, you blow.
You just block it.
Fish try to go on this
You
way, you
block
block
that
it like
way.
this. So this is the net idea. But it's a bit more advanced level net.
Right.
It's like ladder net or something.
Right.
In this case, also black can play this one. Because this net, sort of net,
Ah.
it drives this fish to your side.
Right.
It is like white is like a thief, let's
Right.
say. Then police drive him to the police station.
Right.
So he's going to the jail and then just
I see. And you can't.
lock him himself.
Oh,
So
okay.
like this, just keep chasing. Fish is running.
Yeah.
Fish is running, but blow
Yeah,
Blow.
there's nothing. you
Blow.
can-
like this.
Ooh, okay.
So small pig become like big pig, and you
Right.
can take more fish.
Right.
Okay, small fish become big fish, and then you can take it.
So
Okay.
why didn't black play there?
Black can, in
Okay.
fact, why gonna push once more and then play like this one?
I see.
Okay, but anyway, still, even if I push once more and play here,
You have
black
the
can
same-
jump and black can try, but black doesn't need to.
Right.
Because
You
in
just
case
press
black
that.
plays this one, black could win this game by like 20 points.
Okay.
But even if black just plays here, black can win by 10 points for sure.
I see.
So there is like
see.
50% chance to win 20 points,
Right.
or 95% chance to win 10 points. Then you
I
better
see.
choose the 95.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because point doesn't matter.
Right.
That you cannot collect points for your next game. is
Right.
it?
So
Uh-huh.
by doing this, okay, so by doing this move,
Mhm.
black secured a kind of like, or at least prevented white from
Mhm.
securing all of this area.
That
this
is
the
quite
idea?
tough. So this one includes a lot of meaning
Right.
to rescue this one guy,
Okay.
and also peeping the cut.
I see.
In fact, if I place here, black doesn't even need to. Black can just block and then just cut this guy.
I see.
Then it's big enough for black can play here.
I see. I see.
So still black can catch this one stone. Then it brings about 15 points here.
Right.
So that is quite hopeless
Oh,
situation.
so that's an important move. That's
It is quite important to adapt your moves to the game situation. If you only look the local condition, then I think I can save.
Right.
And you forget about the game condition, then you may fall into this trap.
I see.
But if you are sure about the game, then you can follow the game condition. It's similar to like basketball match. When the basketball match has like 5 points difference
Right.
in the last quarter,
Right.
it takes so much time to end. Just 1 minute left, but
Yeah.
the team the team who is behind always cut to
Yeah.
make the foul,
Yeah.
to have a free throw and then get some chances, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that is what black wants to do with this card,
I see.
and black is just passing to
Yeah.
get some, to pass the
Black's
time.
trying just to secure the game. And
Exactly.
I see.
So we can see the tension in this game, which is quite interesting. Mhm. Oh, what happened? White played here. Okay.
Okay.
White plays black cuts.
Yep.
Black doesn't need to. So Han, I think he gets hungry that he wants to have the lunch soon. So that's why he cuts, because it's not really necessary.
Oh, there we go. Black resigned.
Black resigned.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense because after card, white can attack it to bring the group out like this, but it exposes another cutting point like
see.
this. So
I see.
that is, oh, black has resigned, but excuse, okay, white has resigned.
Oh.
Yes, for sure,
Oh,
white
yes.
resigned. Okay,
Yeah.
good. So I can say that, how to say, it was a tough game for white.
Yeah.
Because here, this was the moment,
Okay.
the highlight of this game.
Okay.
Black divide. So at this point, again, black had more points, but white has this huge potential for black divide to reduce white's potential.
Okay.
And after that, black's this group is not perfectly settled.
Right.
But even though it is not settled, black
Right.
tenuki
So
and just collect points.
You're saying that this move at K4 here was
Mhm.
like a like deciding.
Yes.
Okay.
Nearly. This one and then this one. That is the move that I'm
see.
impressed.
I see. So
Because
if what was the move that white played?
before,
Yes. So
even before, white
before-
blocked.
I see.
So instead of this one, white could have played here.
Right.
Then it is like white can expect small but
Okay.
more guaranteed points.
Okay.
This one not guaranteed but can expect something big.
Okay.
So it's like buying a lotto.
I see.
Buying a lotto not guaranteed, but you
see,
can
yeah.
expect million
I see.
dollar.
And it just didn't work out. in his
Yeah,
favor, that's
so
right.
it's less chance to work out.
Right.
But if white is okay with that, white would have chosen this option. But white believed that it is not easy. Therefore, white played here to bring black in. But black's reaction here was just
I
perfect.
see.
Even black just says, okay, you do whatever you want. But still, it was not easy. So black saved it easily. Is it? So black is flying away.
Right.
It's like a butterfly.
Right.
Very light and beautiful.
Yeah.
And not easy to catch it. Butterfly moves like this.
Yeah.
Not easy to catch it. So it was a beautiful shape, and
Ah.
black got this game. Okay, so
Excellent.
quite good one. I think Han, he's undefeated.
Oh, really?
To now, he won like over 20 games,
Right.
winning straight.
Oh, wow.
So he's still very strong, and then he keeps his continue, winning streak.
Right. So now
Okay,
we've
just
got
one last left.
One
Uh-huh.
last game.
Okay, so what happened after this? White spent time, and white chose the most, say,
Yes.
guaranteed option.
Yes. So this is exactly what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Yes.
White could have attached it. I believe that it is possible. It's more efficient, I believe. But white says, okay, I don't need to. But then
Now
white
he
plays
does.
this one.
Yeah.
After taking more, the guaranteed case
Right.
position, and then attach it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And exchange Atari. Okay. So black's this whole group is in that
So-
position.
Yeah.
So I think this game
pretty
is also
scary.
about but
Oh,
after Hane, white didn't answer. But this PB is kind of center because there is a cutting point as well. So
I
this
see.
whole group is also in trouble. It's still not over.
Yeah, this is scary.
That's amazing.
Uh,
It should be over soon
okay.
because
So-
the whole group in the middle is being captured.
Right.
So I think
and
it's just a matter of time.
there's nothing you think that black can do to.
Black
survive.
could connect here.
Mhm.
So because it's like the capturing race situation, black is
Right.
weak, but black may say white too.
Right.
But white can cut. So
Oh, I
group
see.
is
That's still
dead.
scary.
right. So this is also the same as this one. A, B were how we call it, mi. Therefore, one of them white can catch it.
Right.
Therefore, it was safe.
Right.
And C, D are mi as well.
Ah. I
In
see.
case black doesn't play this C, white can cut to catch this, so can get two eyes inside. So now those Miai, if you discover this Miai part, then you would enjoy this game even more.
Okay. Yeah.
There's
So-
something black can do, but there's nothing black can do.
I see. So it looks like once they kind of mutually realize that
Yes,
there's
both
this
are
BI,
working,
then
yes.
they move elsewhere. and, like,
exactly.
Okay.
So even though it is not happening on the board, you know
Right.
what is happening.
Right.
So the board condition is in control like that. Okay, great. So black is just keep collecting points, but what white need is not earning more points.
Yeah.
White should just make things simple.
Yeah.
So it is like I often say this. Let's say you have enough food in your house,
Right.
then you don't need to go out for hunting.
Right.
Because you may say that, there's only deers at the outside,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's no risk.
But just keep the food.
Yes.
Yeah.
But still, there is a risk. If you leave your room,
Yeah.
someone may come and then steal it.
Yeah.
So that is one risk. Or while you're hunting, you may fall.
Yeah.
even against deer, like 20 deers come and take the house. So if you don't go out, there's nothing. is it?
Right.
But if you know that you have enough food inside, you don't
Right.
need to-
Then just keep. So white is just keeping his food here.
Exactly.
Just,
Okay. Black is making even more. Okay. Mistakes, but I mean, it's not mistake. Black is just doing black's best.
yeah.
I think game is over soon.
Yeah. It doesn't look like.
Yes. So locally, black may block here to look for saving,
Right.
but white attach is an efficient way to cut this group.
Right.
It is good because in case black plays elsewhere, there is a way to kill this black group. So let's say white can kill this group, then what would be your first idea to kill black's group on the left side?
If white kills this group, I would say I might connect
This one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because in any other way, if black captures, black can easily separate the
Right.
group. So very good. You have good sense
Oh,
to this. So black need to connect,
Yeah.
okay, to keep killing, chasing this group. That's three are being captured.
Right.
Okay. Because it has only two liberties. So okay, how to achieve
Let's see.
to keep going for killing?
And black goes there, so that has 2 liberties. This has 3 liberties.
Mhm. So
My-
one question.
Okay.
Even if black takes that 3 stones,
Okay.
white 3, can black save?
Oh, that's true. Even if you give black those 3 stones, it doesn't necessarily have
Yes,
2 eyes.
because it is only one,
Right.
is it? So
Right,
that's
right,
why you don't need to mind giving it.
Yeah.
Just play here
I see.
and Hane. Then
Okay.
even if black captures, you can still enter.
That's great.
So there's no problem. There's no way to get the second eye, so the whole group would die.
I see.
Okay.
I see. I see.
So what you need to know is that, my opponent can easily separate with this. I need
Yeah.
to connect. And, my 3 are dead, but even if my opponent kills, still dead.
Yeah.
So
So, and if
the
you
2
let black capture those stones,
Mhm.
he just has the eyes there.
Yes.
Okay. I see.
Okay, so that's why. So, okay, the game goes, white connect. So I suppose white gonna attach because this is Sente.
Right.
So black need to play an extra move to look for saving.
Right.
And white can use this Yami exchanges, which is Sente exchange.
Okay.
So I think the game will be over like, is it the game? White attaches direct, plays
Yeah.
this one directly.
Yeah.
Possible. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because white wants to make things simple and simple. Mm-hmm. Connection so big. Mm-hmm. Black need to connect to
Right.
save the connection. Okay. Good. I think the game is almost over, so
Yeah.
we can pretty much
White seems to have embraced the.
end up the commentary.
Yeah.
Broadcasting.
So let's wrap up. It looks like these games are over.
Mm-hmm.
I am Javi King here with Insung
Huang.
Huang
Uh-huh.
at the Kent, Ohio Go Congress.
Take a 1-minute break.
Okay.
And it'll be a short wrap up.
Okay.
we'll just take
So we'll take a 1-minute break and then there'll be a short wrap up afterwards.
Okay. Great.
All right.
See you next time.
See you next time, guys.
All right, folks, we're back for our post game. We had pre-game, now we got post game.
That's right.
Yeah.
Chris, Saul, Dev. So first thing is, where do we get the cool jackets?
Everyone's been asking.
Shameless
yeah.
promotion here.
I appreciate it. So at the store.baduk.club, we got our swag section. It's a cool jacket based on this ancient Japanese fire coat. And on the back, there's this demon spider that everyone's like, I'll turn around, show it to you guys.
Show the spider. Show the
Demon
spider. That is
spider. Some
demon
people steal
spider.
with the spider, but and then
This is like a good spider.
it's a
Good
spider.
demon spider.
Good demon spider. Yeah. So that's been fun. We designed that and always trying to come up with cool stuff for you guys who love Go to be able to rep your love for the game and show off to your friends. So,
I think we need special e-journal team
Yeah.
editions.
Yeah.
This was my whole
I'm on it.
setup on that. Okay. All
do
right. So let's just break
the
down.
pros got it done today, I think. Han Han,
Oh,
still
man.
undefeated. Eric taking care of
Not
business.
really having much trouble, I thought, right?
Well, once we put them together in the later rounds, one of them has to.
That's gonna get yeah.
Let's do
So
it.
Han Han is just seems like he's on cruise control, right? I mean, I don't even think I saw him break a sweat.
No, like Inseong was saying, he had so many calm moves where he's under attack and going to the other side of the board, play away. Be like, you know what, that's going to be fine.
Go for it.
Go ahead, take another move.
Which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just gotta
yeah.
feel like it's just like when you're a kid and the guy's like,
holding
not that
your
this ever
head
happened to
behind a
me,
punch.
but you know, I'm just, right? It's just like, dang, give me a
Yeah.
chance here. And then Eric, his usual
Yep.
Iceman self, just
Yeah.
doing there. Board 3, which is I believe still
Mhm.
going on. Is
It's
that
like
yeah?
Albert Yen's well ahead.
well ahead.
Yeah.
And Albert has 10 minutes.
And he's got 10 minutes, so no time trouble.
Mhm.
So I think we've got. This, so I
Well, we've
think
got
it's
exciting things to look forward to this afternoon, though.
We do.
Like, stick around in 1 hour. We're going to have an exhibition match.
Yep.
Who are we going to?
We're
Tell us
playing
about the exhibition.
Kim Ji-suk. Sorry.
easy for you to say.
Yeah, it is clearly against Ryan Lee, our American pro. It's going to be a terrific match.
Kim just one
And-
of the top pros in Korea.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a not exactly blitz, but semi-blitz, pretty quick.
We have some quick time settings. Current understanding is about 10 minutes main time with 5x30 overtime.
It's your basic post-lunch.
Yeah.
We're not going to waste
Work
a lot of
off
time
the
on
food.
this. We're gonna-
Well, and then afterward, Ryan's going to go give a lecture, and so they're all busy, but they wanted to do this, and we're going to put it on for you guys. So.
similar to
Stephanie and
the-
I will be doing the commentary. As Stephanie will do the commentary, I'll be doing whatever is
Yeah,
I
and
do.
that's
And
a
we're
good
going to rope
question.
these guys in
Yeah,
as
that
well.
game's going to be moving. They've only 10 minutes of main time. And so we're quickly going to get through an opening. So come back at 1 o'clock Eastern. We're going to have that game for you. And
And then in case you don't have your whole afternoon booked out, we have something else at
the Redmond Cup's
the Redmond
tonight.
Cup.
Yeah.
This is this afternoon, I think, 3. Is
3
that
p.m.
right? 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
more girls.
Juniors, and
Juniors,
seniors,
seniors.
yeah, for the Redmond. And in fact, the contender for the Redmond and the girls was my opponent today.
How'd you do? Because
I
we're
won.
totally going to, if you want, we did that. We did that. We
It was
boosted
good
them up.
vibes. It was a good
It was
vibes.
probably,
I
it's
saw
probably
that
the
game.
coat. It's
Looked
probably,
like-
probably the jacket.
It was the jacket too.
Yeah.
I have a great picture of
Spider.
you in the jacket, by
Lucky
the way,
Spider.
with your opponent. Looked like a good game for both of you.
It was. I mean, she's definitely strong. So even though she's playing a stronger opponent in the Redmond, she has I think she's a contender. But I got lucky there. I just played this game that I wanted. Cool, calm, casual, counted, and
No, you looked a little. She was giving you a
I-
little trouble
now
there.
how-
Let's
She's
be honest.
bullying me. She's bullying me.
She
yeah.
was
For those who
pushing.
don't understand, the Redmond Cup is a youth competition.
That's right.
So, and there's a under 18 and an under 14. What are the divisions?
Under 18 for the seniors, under
Uh-huh.
14 for the juniors, and then for the women's, I think it's under 16 for the girls. Sorry,
Yeah,
the girls.
I see.
Cup.
And beyond the fact that we just watch what we love watching any kind of go, these are the folks. I mean,
Up and
we have
coming.
so
future.
many folks who are now in the Masters. We've been watching since they were
Exactly.
in the Redmond. So these are tomorrow's superstars.
Yeah.
To see them as young folks, and I just to watch them and the sort of preternatural calm that
Mm.
some of these I say kids, but they're really amazing.
Yeah.
So they're definitely, and there's just some really excellent going on.
Yeah, this year you might be playing them. Even next year, she could probably give you 4 stones.
Probably
That's
a
right.
couple
year- a
months
year
from
from
now.
now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So all that to come, and then folks who are either here or thinking about dropping by. There's more lectures. I've been just going around taking pictures of the lectures. Really, really good stuff. I saw some. Looked like it was pros just sort of giving some game analysis. With some of the players, there's one of the really cool things is that you see folks like after the game. there's no wailing, there's no gnashing of teeth. There's like, first of all, they usually go over it with each other, and then I'll see them going over it, that same game, going over it with other folks.
Right.
So it's really just the level of is curiosity a word? Are we using
Curiosity. sure.
Curiosity. A lot of
I'll take it.
curiosity
For
here.
500, yeah.
Yeah. No. So lots to come up. So we want you to stay tuned. But we have got to take a lunch break here, so that we can.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's do that, and we will see you back at 1:00. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you guys.
Our pleasure.
All right.